Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud, and it does not dishonor others. It is not self seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongdoing. Love does not delight in evil, but it rejoices with and in the truth. It always protects. It always trusts. It always hopes. It always perseveres. Love never fails. Love always wins. And now three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest amongst these three is love. I am QUAN, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. Welcome, everybody. Whoever you are, you were entered into a government program, but it's very unique, and it has to do with your DNA. Because whoever you are, there is a tarot card reader that shares either a birthday with you or a sign with you. Okay? Whoever I'm talking to, you might even have a platform or not, take it as it resonates. But there is a tarot card reader that they share either a birthday with you or a sign with you. Okay, y'all could be the same sun, moon, or rising, or you could have the same birthday. You actually got spiritual confirmation because your ancestors tapped you and they pointed this tarot card reader out to you and told you that both of you, they did the same thing. They like literally did the same thing. Okay. The government program that the two of you were entered into is because both of y'all have the same goddamn alien DNA. And your ancestors actually pointed this out to you and they pointed that particular reader out. And the reason is because both you and that tarot card reader have inheritance money that was intentionally withheld and blocked from both of you. And both of your families specifically were given the same government contract around the same time to enter you into a program where they would be able to study your DNA. Because of the type of DNA that both you and this person have, they don't know all what your capabilities are, because there is a lot more to you and that person that is still yet to be explored. But it's been so much havoc wreaked in both of your lives that you haven't had the rest and the space and the time and the money to rest, to fully explore what's been going on with you. But this is what they wanted me to tell you today. Your family and that tarot cards reader family both were presented with the same contract. And your ancestors confirmed this 100% because they pointed this person out to you and literally tapped you and told you. They were both given the same contract. They were both told that they would have to do things with the people in your environment to try to put both of you all on a path where you would either become backed against the wall, you would be entered into a lifestyle of promiscuity or prostitution by pushing you out of your family, by causing things to happen in your life and orchestrating things at a young age to put you on the path for the trajectory that they wanted. And the reason is, even though y'all have many skills, gifts, and abilities, some you know about and others that you have not discovered yet, they only wanted to use you for one thing. You understand what I mean? It's like some ignorant ass people that find some kind of gold or mineral that you're able to do many, many things with, like the peanut, for instance. You know, George Washington Carver, he found many different uses for the peanut. You know, peanut oil, the soybean, I'm sorry. He found all the different uses for the soybean, right? But that's like someone discovering the soybean and only using it for one thing and one thing only, and just greedily taking all the soybean in the world and using it for that one purpose, and not letting anyone else experiment with the soybeans. You understand? I hope that's a good example. The point is, both you and this tarot card reader you share either a birthday or a sign with, both of you were entered on the same contract. Both of you were put in the same government contract, and both of you were given the same trajectory for your life. And both of you had one or two parents that agreed to the contract and agreed to behave in such a way and to get other people to behave in a certain way against you, to put you on a certain path on purpose. Because the one thing they wanted to use you all for was your energy, just to use to do rituals, to do spell work, to energy harvest from. There are other things that you can do, many things. These people don't know the vastness of your minds and your capabilities, but they were like, hell, they're like some ignorant ass, let me think. It's just like some real ignorant ass people from way, way back in the day, like a man learning gynecology and experimenting on women and being in his ego during the patriarchy and thinking, I know everything about vaginas. You know, I know everything about vaginas. I've even got this device here to crack one open so we can look inside and see. I'm the expert on the woman's body. You know, these are ignorant. What's the medicine woman in them TV shows where I guess men were supposed to know everything, especially a woman's body better than her, or dentists that were primitive in their tactics in how they went about doing certain things when it came to dental work, or that's what I mean when I say primitive. Okay. So these primitive people, they knew you were of alien DNA. Absolutely. And what they did was they signed your family and they signed this tarot card reader's family to a contract to treat you guys in such a way and to control things in your environment, because they wanted to put both of you on a path in which in your adult life, once you got free of your family, no matter what age you got free of your family, you would already be in some kind of situation where you're in a bad relationship, you're stuck under narcissistic karmic control, you have a baby at a young age, and you're bound to a narcissist that's part of a cult, siphoning your energy, or prostitution, or whatever the case is. They wanted sexual access to you on a regular basis, and for you never to heal from the harshness or whatever type of abuse you went through as a child, so that they could utilize and usurp your energy for that one thing. Even though you're very gifted and have multiple gifts, like to tap into other dimensions, you can do amazing things, but they just want to use you for one thing and one thing only, like the ignorant asses that they are. Okay? So again, you and this person both have inheritance money that was kept from you. You and this person were both labeled mentally ill, even though the government already knew at a young age you had alien DNA and you were spiritually gifted. Okay? But what they did was, the plan was to first abuse you and push you out of your home. And at a young age, if possible, hopefully you wouldn't have any survival skills, and that it would put you on the path that they needed you on, so that they could use you as a human battery and experiment with you too. It wasn't just your energy. They wanted different groups to experiment on your DNA. So they moved forward with that. So a lot of kind of similar experiences that you and this person went through, it was because both of you had the same contract. Okay? Now, I want to just explain, just so that you can get an idea of what it is that I am explaining to you about how this thing works. Okay? Now, me personally, it's 6 of us. I have 4 brothers and it's 2 girls, 6 of us all together. My mother, I'm just explaining to give you an example of what I'm painting a picture for you. My mother was sick and very abusive, okay? And she was part of one of these government programs. And my mother was working together with my uncle and my aunt. And I have like 3 uncles. One had a full career in the CIA in Colorado, okay? Even though we come from New York, one of my uncles ended up in the CIA and living and raising a family in Colorado, okay? That uncle has already passed away and died. But because of my uncle's involvement with the CIA, they knew about my DNA and my gifts, and they signed a contract with the government on me, okay, when I was a child. And my mother and my aunt and uncle, a different uncle, they all committed to a similar path where they were going to try to orchestrate through cruelty, through causing me to be the black sheep, through brainwashing everyone to hate me as a child, to push me out of the house, hoping that they would force me into the lifestyle they wanted me to be in, so that they would forever have access to my sexual energy, and so that they would also be able to conduct experiments on me, because they figured they would be able to label me as mentally disabled if the program went the way it was supposed to go. Okay, so at a very young age, my mother and my aunt and uncle were all working together through black magic and through other types of abusive tactics to push me out the home without being obvious about it. Okay, it's a way to do this without making it look like it. There's a way to do this to a child in order to make yourself look innocent. Like, you can go to church and be a Christian and be speaking in tongues, and you can be a Bible thumping, every verse in the Bible. You're a whole demon, like my mother was in church when she was a devil, in the house. But the thing was, the way they were able to covertly do this and keep their hands clean and look innocent was after my mother lost custody of all of her children, because my mother was very sick and abusive, and she lost custody of us at a younger age. Okay, I told you all, when I left my mother's house as a child, I had to sleep between the subway in New York and a friend's basement until I went into this little group home foster care situation, and then went to live with my brother, and so on and so forth. Okay. And the thing about it was, eventually I ended up in my father's custody. Eventually, I ended up in my father's legal custody. My mother could never gain custody of any of her children again because of what she was doing. My mother was trying to kill me. Okay. And even after that, because my mother lost custody of her children, the benefits she was getting through welfare to pay her rent and food stamps and whatnot, it got cut off. And she didn't, at that point, she was so far gone with her sickness, she couldn't fend for herself or survive out here. So she ended up conning my father to stay attached to him because she knew the system better than he did. And my father's coming from a foreign country, but my mother knows how to apply for every benefit. My mother know how to do everything. Well, you get on the list for Section 8, public housing, blah, 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 blah. So my father didn't know how to do any of those things, but he got custody of all his kids. So my mother went to him and was like, well, I know they said I'm not allowed to be around the kids legally, but you know what, you don't know how to do XYZ. So just let me come along with y'all. We'll get married again, get back together. It'll make you look good with your church or whatever, because it looks like your family you were just waiting to bring from out of town. No one got to know what was going on in New York or whatever. So the point is, at a certain point, my mother got and reunited with my father, right? And got a Section 8 townhome, okay? She guided him how to apply for the different types of assistance, whereby, since he got the kids now, right? And my mother came along, and when they were not really together, but she was just along. They got 6 kids together. And my mother was showing him how to work the system, and apply for things. And then she gets to come along and live for free. Mind you, she was not supposed to be there. She was the abuser. She was not supposed to come with us, but she was there nonetheless. And when the Section 8 came through and they got the townhouse, that contract, that government contract that my aunt, my uncle, and my mother all came together in agreement to sacrifice me and my life, they started enacting it again, right up under my father's nose. And every time I tried to live in the house, the Section 8 townhome, with my family, my mother would physically assault me. She would either shove, punch, start like she wanted to fight me, like for real. Y'all know when somebody walk up on you, and nose to nose, head to head, and they put their chest up against you and get to bumping you and whatnot. I ain't lying. And I know this long-winded, but I want y'all to, I'm painting a picture so whoever I'm talking to can understand. Every time I would come and try to live in that Section 8 townhome that was supposed to be for us, the children, right? My mother, she didn't do this to my sister or my brothers, only me, because she didn't like me and wanted to sacrifice me. And she would accuse me of being pretty and accuse me of thinking I was pretty from very young. But nonetheless, so every time I would try to step foot in that house, here she come bumping chest with me, trying to find a reason to hit me or strike me in some kind of way. And it wasn't because of a back and forth. It wasn't because of a fight. It wasn't because anything that I said. She would just randomly get up and ram into me or kick me in between my legs in my private part. And I hope you can never have children. And no one's ever gonna love you, and walk past me and bump me into the wall hard enough to try to knock me on the ground, and just keep on running into me. Oops, I guess I bumped into you. Oops, I guess I hit you. Oops, I did this. Oops, I did that. Just if I'm sitting there quiet, walk up to me and sit next to me, to where she's almost sitting on my lap, all her weight. And then I get up and move, and she'll come sit on me again, and you understand, it's bullying. it's like physical bully behavior. This is what she was doing to let me know, to get off her territory, and that I can't live with the family. It was a physical assault every time. That, and it didn't stem from anything at all whatsoever. So it's because of the contract. And if a person asks, why isn't your daughter able to live with her sister and brothers, then my father, of course, would be like, I don't know. She can live with us. I don't know what the problem is. I don't understand. And then my mother, I don't know what's wrong with that girl. She must just want to be out there in the street. She fast and, with the lies and the gossip, oh, she this. My mother was my biggest smear campaign. And she would physically assault me and find ways to just keep hit. As soon as ain't nobody looking or my father ain't around, oops, I bumped into you. Oops, I shoved you onto the floor. Oops, I guess I kicked you by accident. Oops, I guess I elbowed. Ooh, did I punch you in your eye? Oops, my bad. I just keep hitting you by accident. Playing these goofy games. You understand? Okay, I get it. I can't live here. I got it. It's no problem. I'll find a place to live. But the point is, this is one of the tactics that family members for children that are entered into these government programs that they use to try to enact certain things and agendas that they want in your life. Like, they will have something going on in that home where that cannot be directly pointed to. You understand? And me at that younger age, I did not know how to explain it. I just thought my mother was just a bitch. I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't figure out. It just seemed crazy to me. Why do you want to physically fight me just for existing? I didn't say nothing to you. I didn't do nothing to you. I didn't do nothing. But I didn't realize she was putting up a boundary and creating something, and then giving smear campaigns to the whole world, telling them I was a bad child, telling them that I just didn't want to follow any rules, telling them, oh, you know how kids are. Oh, she's fast. Oh, she just don't want to live with the family because she want to run the street. Oh, she want to, when in actuality, her actions physically against me were to discourage me. It's like somebody standing at the door like this. Go ahead. You can come in this house. You can live here. Come here. Come on. You can live here. Don't worry about it. Yeah, come on in. If you could imagine, like my father, like, why don't you I don't understand, where are you going? Why don't you live here and then you be able to go to school and do these things? It's great now. We all together. It's great. And my mother behind him like this. Yeah, you can live here. Yup, you can live here. Come on in. Come on in. Come on. Yeah, you can live here. Like this. So it's hard to really explain at a certain age that even though they're saying one thing, yeah, you can live here, but somebody is physically assaulting you. And it wasn't my mother alone. I had a mother and one of my brothers that was closest to me in age that was also physically assaulting me. Just, he was bipolar. I had my brother and my mother. And this was a pattern that had already been going on in Brooklyn, in our apartment there before my mother lost custody of us. That same brother and my mother used to both team up on me. And my mother used to think it was so funny to watch her son physically beat up his sister, like really beat me up till I'm black and blue on my arms and chest and whatnot. It was a demonic force, but either way, you understand what I'm saying. So what I'm describing to you, ultimately, what ended up happening is my father being from another country, I bounced around a lot. I bounced around and lived out a lot of different places until I was able to get my own apartment. But I remember my father used to meet up with me at different places to eat. And if he had a little bit of money or cash, he would put it in my hand. And we would sit down and have conversations and we would talk. And I remember my father would always be like, "Are you okay? Are you doing okay? Where are you living at right now? This, that, and the other. This, that, and the other." And I was very young, and he would apologize to me, and he would tell me, "I'm so sorry. I know your mother is acting crazy, but I don't have anyone to take care of my younger sister because my younger sister was still very young at that time, right?" And he's like, "She's her mother, and even though she lost custody of you all, he was like, I don't know what to do because I know she's bullying you, but your mother can weaponize the court system against me, and I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted going back and forth to court with her because I'm not from this country." My father used to meet up with me and be like, "I'm not from this country. Your mother knows the court system, and you got an uncle, that's in the government. So I don't have a chance here. And I don't understand the laws in this country. And I don't know the system in this country. I don't stand a chance against your mother and, your uncle, aunt, whoever." He was like, either way, my father, he was like, "I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do, but here's some money." You understand? And that went on for a little while. I've been out for a very long time, even since Brooklyn, on my own. But my father did not know how to fight against my mother, my uncle that was in the CIA, and the government system and the court system in America. Because he knew it would, anything they tried to get away with and do against him. One, he didn't want them to find a way to try to get him deported or something crazy. Two, with other things he was trying to do with church, he knew that they could sabotage that too for him. And then three, my mother was crazy, and my mother was already fighting him, every single day and creating challenges. And if I came around, it would get even worse. So he had to just comply and allow her to push me and keep me from having a roof over my head. But me and him would keep meeting up for lunch. He would put some money in my hand. "Are you okay?" Blah, 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 blase, blazo. But the point is, I managed still to find my way in life without getting on the path that they were trying to push me into. The whole reason that my mother kept creating a hostile environment, like, because my mother could fight. The reason she was creating that environment for me was to tell me, non-verbally, but physically, "You can't live here. You can't have a roof over your head because we need you out there in the street unprepared with no job, no money, and no skills, so that you will get into a relationship with some low vibrational person and end up locked in with somebody that's a part of one of these cults so we can steal your energy. Or we need you we need you to be out in the street so we can say that you're a prostitute, you're mentally ill. We can lie and say you've been sexually abused, because that was another lie. Nothing has ever happened to me in my life. But my mother and my aunt told a lie in New York to try to enact what they were trying to get away with doing. Okay? They came together and lied, and that's why my father was afraid of them. It's not easy being a foreigner in another country if the mother of your child is from the country you're in. You understand? Because things are always going to go 9 times out of 10 in the favor of the citizen of that country that you're in, wherever you're at, if you marry somebody from that country. So no matter what my father said and did, my aunt and mother, with their 2 witch scheming asses, were able to either try to get my father in trouble, make problems for him, or get their way. So they their whole trajectory for me, by making sure I was unhoused, the whole goal was to keep me unhoused, even from a child, very young child in New York even. Their whole goal was to keep me unhoused, because they figured if you're unhoused, you're not trained for anything. You have no skills. You're going to either get into a relationship with someone that's a part of one of these cults, and then we can bind you spiritually to the person with, and then you'll have a baby, and then we can experiment on you and use you as a human battery. That was the whole purpose for making sure I was unhoused. But it didn't go that way because God was always on my side, and every single thing I ever touched turned to gold. Every single person I ever talked to and ran into opened up a door, and it turned into an opportunity for me. I never went into that lifestyle or anything that remotely is close to it because I've been highly intelligent and intellectual my entire life. And because of my intelligence and my intellect, doors have always flown open. I've always found favor with people that have always given me jobs. I've always been able to work. I've always gotten opportunities. Every single thing I touched, everything I did became prosperous from a young age. Anything I touched. And then as soon as I kept moving it forward, you know, I mean, the only part of their plan that was successful was I did get into a relationship with a demon that was a part of a cult that my uncle and aunt signed a contract with the NSA to abuse me and siphon my energy and to do different horrible things to keep me small. That was the only part of their plan that actually did play out. Okay. The person I ended up in a relationship with long term, they did abuse me, and my uncle paid him to. Okay. He was a part of that cult. So that part did work, but I was able to break free of it. And I didn't know, you know, of course, he continued to stalk me for 20 damn years. But the reason I'm saying this, whoever I'm talking to, you share a birthday or a sign, whether it's your sun, moon, or rising, with a tarot card reader that you might watch, okay? And both of you were signed around the same time. Y'all are not the same exact age. Y'all might be some years apart, but around that time frame, both you and that tarot card reader's family did the same thing. They signed the same contract because they knew something about y'all DNA when y'all were children. And they signed that contract and agreed that they would have some kind of behavior in the household that would push you out. They would create a circumstance to try to put you on a certain life path so that they'd be able to run experiments with your DNA and use you as a lifetime battery and bind you to a narcissist that will continually energy harvest from you and abuse you your entire life. Okay? So let me get some energy on this here. You and whoever this person is broke free and have been going through a healing process. And they have inheritance money that they're still holding from that tarot card reader. And they also have inheritance money that belongs to you too as well. Okay? And the reason they've been holding this is because that's the only way that they can hold on to both of you. Okay, by blocking your inheritance money. That is literally the only way that they are able to still try to find a way to stay connected to you, bound to you. They're like, if I can't get you in jail, if I can't get you in a mental institution, we have to find a way. Okay, we're going to have to block your money. We already blocked and stole your inheritance and labeled you as mentally ill, but we have to, the minute you get your money, we're not going to be able to keep you in one area. It'll be too easy for you to move around and everything is going to go in a toilet. But God said you already free regardless. You understand? And that's what these people are doing. And yes, it actually does have something to do with alien DNA inside of you. I'm going to tell y'all, when I was 27 years old, they had an African from a West African French speaking country stand outside of my window chanting. He came like 3 nights in a row. And he did something when I was in a meditation during one of my sessions. And he blocked my crown chakra when I was 27 years old. And it's right after I had these experiences where one of them, y'all know what the Egyptian faces look like in the pyramids and that they display, where the complexion is like the color of a rich dark clay soil, and then they have the curly black beard and like it almost looks like a goatee, and then the Egyptian heads. In one of my meditation sessions, I was taken up in my Merkaba when I was 27 years old, when I was really getting deep, okay? And I appeared on a ship, an actual ship. I swear to God, like the Star Enterprise from Star Trek, whatever, because the ship had a very long, kind of dark, dimly lit hallway. And I was floating down the hallway with another being that was literally talking to me. And while we were going down the hallway, he was giving me a tour of the ship. I didn't have my body. I couldn't see the presence that was with me. I couldn't see them with my eyes, and I couldn't see my body either. But I was there, and my consciousness was there, and I could see and I could hear, but I didn't have any body. It was just like my consciousness was there. And the consciousness of the person that was beside me was there too. And he was telling me, this is our ship. And this is where we go to get to this part of the ship. And while our consciousness was going down the hall of this ship, there were all these Egyptian statue heads as decoration along the walls of this goddamn ship. And we were going toward a much larger room. And it was the first time anything like that ever happened. And I got scared. And as soon as I got scared, I was pulled and snapped back into my body. And I came back into consciousness in my physical body. And it wasn't that, just that. I had many experiences that started happening back to back to back, out of body experiences. Another one is where they took me somewhere and they showed me a group of women, and all these women were dressed in hijabs that were purple, which represent the crown chakra, which is a very spiritual color. Okay, it represents spirituality, deep spirituality. These women were jumping up and down. Okay, it was a bunch of black women in purple hijabs jumping up and down, screaming for help in a circle. And I was looking, I'm trying to remember, I think it was like a helicopter or something. These women were being brought to some kind of prison area and being forced and kept like prisoner. And they were all with their hands in the air, jumping up and down and screaming for help. And I didn't know what that meant. I was 27 years old. I didn't know what it meant. But here I am years later in my purpose, and I realized all of the high priestesses that and the seers that Elon Musk that have spiritual gifts has been orchestrating isolation and gang stalking in order to use you as a human battery and experiment with you and destiny swap. That's what they were showing me when I was 27 years old in that vision. What they were showing me was that high priestesses were being reaped all over the place. They were going and finding and entrapping high priestesses. And that's why they were all dressed in purple. And these women were jumping up and down, screaming for help and clapping and shaking like they were. And it had something to do with the ministry that I would be in, that I'm in right now. It had something to do with my calling at the time, and I did not know that. I didn't know that's why they were showing me these high priestesses in purple asking for help and jumping up and down. Because later on, my eyes would be open up to see, after I experienced the isolation, the gang stalk, and realizing that a whole bunch of high priestesses were being hunted and they were being isolated and used as human batteries. Now, it's not just with Elon Musk. This is something that's been going on with the government when Elon Musk was in diapers, but they were doing it a different type of a way. So it has something to do directly with my ministry and me getting on here and exposing what I have to expose and waking up. And I know people already know what's going on, but there are other aspects of it they wanted me to talk about and expose to people and expose who's doing it, and put them so much on blast that it causes a chain reaction to freeing us goddamn high priestesses. I'm not the only one, but I'm one of them. I know I'm one of them that was supposed to help expose and help set it off so that we could get free, those of us that were being hunted. So right after that, That was two. And the other, there were two more incidents before they tried to block my crown chakra. The other two incidents were someone came to me on an orb. There was a woman that came to me on an orb, just like in the fairies, in the fairy tales, like Cinderella's fairy godmother. That's how they actually travel on orbs, like a thing of light. And then it gets bigger and it opens up like a portal. This is how some of these beings travel. And one of them came to me, and I was scared because I was sitting in a meditation. I drew my circle around me. That's how I used to meditate, with a circle around me, and I would go into my trance. And then every time I had something happen, of course, my whole body would freeze and I wouldn't be able to move it. Right? There was an orb that came to me, a purplish orb. No, it was violet. And it got bigger. The closer it got to me, it got bigger and bigger. And then it was some kind of feminine energy that was garbed in light, not white, light. And she said, "Hi, I'm Amina." She told me her name was Amina. She was like, "I'm Amina. I'm Amina. Hi, I'm Amina." And I was like, "Amina." And then I started getting scared. Every time something would happen, I would get a little bit scared. And then everything would shut down the minute I started feeling fear. And then she zipped away. Okay. And then I looked up Amina, to see what the meaning of the word. I know it's a name, Amina, and it means safe. So I don't know if she was trying to tell me you're safe, don't be afraid, or whatever the case may be. And the last incident was I was taken somewhere where I was shown my mother. My mother was a high priestess. She was a high priestess, but she was in darkness because she couldn't do shadow work because she was too traumatized and too far gone. So she became like a sociopath, narcissist. But my mother was still, nonetheless, she was still a high priestess that they had isolated, gang stalked, and they were energy harvesting from my mother too. And I know they wanted to literally put me on the same path as my mother, get a conservatorship, and use me as a human battery. And if they had to get rid of me, they were going to do the same thing to my daughter. That's why we pray for our first daughters, because if you come from a bloodline of high priestesses, they're going to be going after your first son or your first daughter. Okay. My daughter don't know that these people that were acting nice to her and trying to separate her from me are the same people that once I'm out the way are going to do the same thing to her. They want to use her the same way, and they would gang stalk, isolate her. Everything they did to me and my mother, they were going to plan to do to my daughter too. All first daughters. You understand? So they showed me my mother, and it looked like a basketball court in the city, because it was graffiti all over the floor, graffiti all over the walls, graffiti everywhere, right? But it was four cement walls around my mother, and it was graffiti all over it. And my mother was standing on what looked like a cement basketball court in the city, okay, New York, but there was no way out. The walls around her, there was no door. And she was just standing there sad and crying her eyes out, like real tears, sad, like chest, just crying and crying and crying and crying because she was stuck and didn't see a way out. And I didn't realize till much later when I learned about isolating and gang stalking and all this stuff, I didn't realize that's what they were showing me. They were showing me that they isolated and they gang stalked and traumatized my mother. And that's because she's a high priestess. And that they did the same thing to me, that they gang stalked and isolated me to try to use me as a human battery. And to also, they were gonna, whether my daughter realizes it or not, that was supposed to be the plan for her too. Okay. But I'm a generational curse breaker. So the point I'm making is some things are directly connected to whatever your purpose or your destiny is. Okay. And part of my purpose and destiny, I have found out in recent years, is to play whatever little part I play in bringing information to light to open people's eyes to see exactly how certain things are being done, how they've been entrapping us high priestesses and isolating us and gang stalking us. I know my purpose is directly connected to that. Okay. And that's when, at the age of 27, this West African from a French speaking country came to where I was living and started chanting outside of my window, like at weird hours of the morning and night, because he was trying to block my crown chakra. And he did block my crown chakra, because I remember everything went like I remember because I felt a dark cloud come over and completely cover my crown chakra. But then in another meditation I did, a bubble burst around me and I broke whatever he did. But he kept coming back. Okay. So whoever you are, yeah, you have alien DNA, all right. You have it. And I believe the government sent that practitioner to me because they had some way of detecting that I made contact with that ship and whoever was on that damn ship. Okay. Hey, in 2026 ain't nothing crazy. And don't nobody got to feel no kind of way about anything that you think or you see or you suspect. Speak on it. They want to publicly talk about direct energy weapons. I just posted on my thing. They're showing energy weapons like it's just this one big, gigantic cannonball looking thing that's the size of a room. That's a goddamn lie. They have different kinds of energy weapons, and some of them bitches can fit in your hand. Some of them bitches is the size of a goddamn pen. They have a pen that can shoot bullets like a goddamn gun. Don't play in my face. So now they're bringing energy. They said, oh, we have this new thing now, direct energy weapons. And they were asking, go look at the story under my post, the news story. And they were like, could this be utilized on humans? You know, don't you hate when they play and gaslight? Don't you hate when they gaslight you and they play in your face? Like, oh, look what the government just made and came out with. So they call this a direct energy weapon. Is this something, if they wanted to weaponize on humans, that they could actually do that? You know, I mean, stop playing in our face. You understand? You understand? They're coming out with these things now because they can't hide it no more. They know they've been using energy weapons on us. Direct energy weapons on us. To block our crown chakra, to block our third eye, and even to carry out assassinations. Slow kills like Bill Cooper in Behold a Pale White Horse, like he talked about. I think he said it's called a soft kill, when they put a contract on you for 15 years to utilize an energy weapon on you. Stop playing in our faces. So yeah, whoever this person is, they probably know that you can make contact outside of this realm with aliens. Yes, I said aliens. You're damn right. You're damn right. You and this person are on the same goddamn list. Because whoever you are, your ancestors pointed this tarot card reader out to you and they told you, directly told you, that y'all both were on the same trajectory, the same thing. They were on the same contract. Both of you were identified as children, and they did the same thing because it's something similar about your alien DNA, and they wanted to experiment with both of you, and that's a fact. All right, give me some energy about this Holy Divine Spirit, about this government program that you was entered into. Blame. Okay, so I have blame here. Yeah, both of you were put into a government program to make a hostile environment in your home at a very young age, because they figured if we can just unhouse you or make it so that you can't live comfortably or safely, whatever safety means to you, meaning safe from any form of abuse, whether it be physical abuse, sexual abuse, psychological, verbal abuse, or all of them. You know, if we make it unsafe for you, we can either push you out the home without making it look like we're pushing you out. It'll look like you just want to run the street. It's like every time you come in the house, there's somebody there, your mama nudging your brother to whoop your ass for no reason. punch your sister in the stomach, whoop her ass, and then you spend all your time out in the street because you don't want to get your ass whooped. And then, hey, I don't know, she won't come in the house. She's a bad child. She's fast. She want to run the street. She don't want to be in the house. I don't know why. I've done everything I could as a mother. And you know goddamn well you physically assaulting her so that she can't be in that fucking house. You understand? These are covert ways when a person puts a contract on a child, they keep you out the house and make it look to everybody as if you're a bad child. They abuse you when you're in the house, so you spend all your time outside the house because you don't want to be abused. Okay? That was part of the contract. Go ahead, Holy Spirit. Child, I got the death card right here. Child, this thing flew out my hand. I don't know if this death card is in reverse or in the upright. They wanted to make sure they would have access to whoever this tarot card reader is and you. They wanted to make sure they would always have access to your sacral energy. And they planned this. This shit was planned from the time you was a baby. Empathy. So I have blame, death, and empathy. Service in the reverse and loneliness in the reverse. I don't know. Both of you might have been isolated intentionally from family, from support. Service in the reverse. They didn't want you to seem like you was of service to anyone or anything. I feel like you made a life, whoever you are, I feel like you made a life for yourself. I feel like whoever you are, you made a successful life for yourself. You found a way to make whatever pop for you, you needed to make pop for you, your children or your child or whatever. I feel like you found a way to make, you found a way where they didn't want you to have no way. What are the messages? Okay. I have good gentleman in reverse. There could be an older man here. I have love. I have love and I have illness. So good gentleman came out in reverse. So I don't know. I'm going to pull some energy and see what the hell is going on with this older man and illness. I hope this is not some nasty older man that was hoping that they could get you in a certain type of energy. So eventually when you got to a certain age, they'd be able to sleep with you, you know, because that could have, I'm feeling like if y'all were already targeted and y'all were being pushed in a certain direction, there could have been people that were a part of the contract, older men that might have had an eye on you that was just waiting for you to detach from your family or your home or be out in the street or turn 18 or whatever, waiting around that was like, that's okay. As soon as this contract starts taking effect, she a pretty little 7-year-old. She a pretty little 8-year-old. Oh, I'm gonna keep tabs over here because I'm gonna get her because I know she's gonna, by the time she's 18, she should be homeless and in a position where it'll be easy for me to go and use her the way I want to. Oh, she's a pretty 5-year-old. I can see she's gonna be a looker when she get bigger. I'm telling you. Somebody is sick with illness. Unexpected money. And gloomy thoughts. All right, courtship is here too, and sad news. Let's get some of these energies first. Okay. Tell me about this good gentleman in reverse. I want to know who did. It could be more than one person. These could be older people here with this good gentleman energy in reverse. Clarify who this good gentleman in reverse is. This would be an older man or woman. This could be someone in the government because they just showed me the FBI. Give me a second here. We're gonna get it. This could be someone on your mom's side of the family. Clarify good gentleman in reverse. Clarify this good gentleman in reverse. Somebody could be Japanese. Somebody could be work for YouTube. Good gentleman in reverse, please and thank you. Somebody might work for the CIA. 2 or more family members could be involved. Your ex-husband or ex-wife could be involved. Okay. The FBI. So I don't know if there's someone Japanese in the FBI or these are the energies that are involved. Okay. I have the FBI. Someone is Japanese, Elon Musk, a romantic couple, and someone in the CIA. Yeah. And this is someone on your child's mom's side of the family. Okay, so this could be someone on your mom's side of the family. I'm gonna clarify that. I'm gonna get this today. Well, we're gonna get this today. Let me get you some clarity here. Okay. This is someone on whose child's mom's side of the family or mom's side of the family. Clarify, this is someone on your child's mom's side of the family. Someone that closed the cycle, that missed an opportunity. A mother figure. Okay. That someone couldn't backstab and betray you. The Page of Wands. Who's the Page of Wands? Clarify the Page of Wands. Someone that's having a tower right now. A younger person. The 2 of Cups reverse. Because somebody missed an opportunity because someone turned down an offer. So this could be someone on your someone's mom's side of the family. This could be someone on your mom's side of the family or your child's mom's side of the family. This could be a masculine right here, that's involved. And this could be someone on his child's mom's side of the family. What about this romantic couple? Tell me about this romantic couple. I just saw a Gemini and a Libra. Okay, so there could be an air sign couple here, a Gemini and a Libra. I saw the Lovers and now I see the Justice card. These people are drowning in their emotions right now. So there's a romantic couple. One could be a Gemini, one could be a Libra. They could be an air sign couple. Both of them are drowning in their emotions because the plan did not work. Something didn't turn out the way they thought it would. Tell me about this person in the CIA. So good gentleman in reverse is representing possibly one of these energies. Either someone's Japanese or I don't know if Elon Musk is connected to someone Japanese. Is it someone on his child's mom's side of the family? Does he have a Japanese baby mama? I don't know. Clarify, Holy Spirit. Tell me about the CIA energy. They didn't get what they were expecting from the offer that was made with the 2 of Cups here. Yeah. So I have the 3 of Wands reverse and the 2 of Cups. They didn't get, the 3 of Wands reverse. They're burdened. These people that made this contract in the CIA, they made this contract when you were a child in the CIA. Okay. This Central Intelligence Agency, they research aliens and alien DNA and stuff like that, but they're burdened. They were burdened when they made this offer, and now they feel powerless about it because you're free. Okay. The 4 of Wands reverse. Whoever you are, you're free with the Fool card. The 4 of Wands reverse. You didn't end up in a marriage, stuck in a marriage. with King of Pentacle or Queen of Pentacle reverse. Okay, you might have isolated yourself. The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. Even if you don't have the money that you want and you're not making the money that you need, you're still able to utilize your own energy to manifest a way for you. Okay, so whoever this King of Pentacle reverse Emperor energy is, you're not still in a marriage. You're not married to them anymore. So if somebody was married to an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, if you were married to whoever this person is that obsesses over money, that's karmic, that lacks integrity, you're not married to this person anymore. And because you're not married to this person anymore, they're not getting your energy, but you're in the Five of Pentacles. So you're able to manage your situation. You're not rich. You don't have the money you want. You're not in the position you want to be in, but you can still manage your position, your situation, using your energy instead of letting whoever that person is use your energy and they become rich while they abuse you. Clarify this FBI energy. Yep, the Ace of Swords. Somebody in the FBI might be under judgment right now, or this person in the FBI could be calling judgment on someone. There could be a court case or something going on, okay? Because somebody didn't want to let something go. Somebody didn't want to let your energy go. Somebody didn't want to let something go. Okay, so whatever whatever these people did in the first part of your life, these people did get your energy. Whoever you are, look, in the first part of your life, they did get your energy. They got it. They did. Okay. If you were married to someone that was very toxic, that was a part of a cult, they got your energy and they used it a whole lot. Okay. Both of you and that tarot card reader. If you got into a relationship at a young age with someone that abused you physically and emotionally and psychologically, they were able to use your pain and suffering from the abuse that they were paid to do toward you to come up. They used your energy and they got away with some stuff. They did, okay? But whoever you are, you did shadow work and you freed yourself. Both of you have freed yourself. And this is why they don't want to let go. They don't want to let go because they need your energy, because nothing they manifested was off of their own brains, their own creativity, their own energy. These are duds. These are duds that don't do nothing but look for divine feminine energy to utilize, to come up off of. Lazy ass bums. They don't have no special gift, creativity, talent, skill, gift, or ability. You know, it's nothing to try to manipulate someone before they've done shadow work, to abuse them before they're completely aware of what's going on and steal their energy because you're a part of the occult. But now, because this person thought they'd be able to use you for the rest of your life, they didn't have the foresight to see that people grow, people heal, people evolve, people learn. Your awareness and consciousness expands every 7 years to a different place than you was before if you're not retarded. Okay? Somebody didn't see that. They thought that they was going to ride your back off of your energy for the rest of your life. And they were not able to do it. And this is why this person didn't want to let go, and they went too far. This person may have been invading your personal space with cameras, abusing government systems and resources to watch you, to follow you, to stalk you, to monitor you, to harass you after you broke free from that. The rule is, once you have done your shadow work and once you have healed, you can walk away. Nobody has a legal right to make you their slave or to say you have to stay bound to them the rest of your life just because they might have been able to get something off of you early in life. There's no law or rule that says you have to be this person's human battery for the rest of your goddamn life. You did your shadow work, you woke up, you healed, you reclaimed your energy, and now you living your life to the fullest. Somebody does not like that, but they need to sit the fuck down and fucking deal with it. Because somebody honestly thinks with an entitlement complex to the point of delusion that they are entitled to your energy for the rest of your life. And you put up boundaries. You have closed doors and portals through your healing to where you can't have my energy anymore. Know thyself. And you know yourself very well. Because it was you alone that had to be isolated in your healing. You alone with your pain that had to sit through it. This person that has an entitlement complex to the point of delusion, that feels entitled to your energy until the day you die, they're in trouble right now. They're under judgment with the FBI. This is sick. The contract was started with the CIA, just to let you know. Your contract was started with the CIA. I already told y'all, some of you high priestesses that were targeted, some of you gifted people, spiritually gifted men and women that were targeted, they wanted you to be on YouTube, on platforms. They wanted to blackball and isolate and gang stalk you and force YouTube to become your only alternative for an income, because they already knew that whatever gift that you possess, it was going to earn money, and that it would automatically just start coming out, whatever you did. They didn't have to know whether or not you were going to read tarot cards, or whether you were going to review products, or whether you were just going to give commentary, or whether you were going to sing or provide a consultation, a service, therapist. Whatever your gift is, it does not matter. Whatever cooking, baking, teach a cooking class, any gift that you have, they knew because of your high priest or high priestess status, because of your star, because of your astrology, because they knew who you were when you were a child, that if they removed you from the work market and they put you on YouTube, whatever it was, the type of energy you possess, it was going to come through on YouTube. And they wanted to keep you stuck on YouTube as like the bottom of the barrel, like they used to call Little Richard and a lot of singers, the Chitlin circuit, and keep them small while other people would copy off of them and they would get exposure all over the world. They wanted to take people with your type of energy, blackball you, chase you out of work, and have you on, some of you all on YouTube platforms where you would get minimum exposure, even though you give A1 grade A quality, even though you're creative, even though you have that natural magnetic energy that draws people in, and you would be hidden. And they would get a whole bunch of energy vampires, copycats, and people that don't have any creativity, no flavor, no type of, oomph about them, that would be copying off of you, literally. And they'd be handing them your destiny while you're on YouTube trying to keep up doing a million videos to pay your bills because you got blackballed from work. That was part of it. That was part of it, because Hollywood is over. People don't watch TV anymore. So they know your star quality on YouTube. They'd be able to siphon off your energy, forcing you on here. This is why they've been restricting your inheritance money. Whoever that tarot card reader is, they block their inheritance money too, because they don't want you to disappear. They need a way. They need something to blackmail you with to stay connected to your energy. And what they're doing is illegal. What the fuck they're doing is illegal. I already told you how Elon Musk made a contract with someone's family to block them from inheritance money and try to get an illegal conservatorship and say they're mentally ill so that they could never get their inheritance money. Because they want to stay connected to your energy by forcing you, for some of you, to be on YouTube where they can dance, monkey, dance, basically is what they're saying. Because they know some of you have inheritance money that is enough that you can disappear from the scene and you don't have to give or share your energy with anybody. You may continue to, but at your leisure, the way you want to do it. You understand? Not under no stressful terms, because you got to keep your head above water, because you are like a hamster on a hamster wheel, just trying to keep their YouTube machine running for them, because they trapped you by Elon Musk bribing your family and putting a contract on you to claim you're mentally ill so that they could keep your inheritance money from you. So you can't do nothing different. Tell me about this YouTube energy. So somebody's under judgment right now with the FBI. Tell me about YouTube. What's going on with YouTube? It came out with this jab. Somebody don't know what direct. I cannot make it up. Somebody does not know what direction to go. The Two of Wands reverse with finding a way to stay connected to you, to hold on to you. You understand? It's like trying to keep people in America after they know you provide so many inventions, you provide so much musical gift and talent, abilities, so much flavor you bring to so many different things. You're like the seasoning and the spice in the food, but now you want to take your reparation money and leave America and just everybody scattered. I know everybody don't want to leave America. I know Foundational Black America. I got you. Yeah, I got you. You know, I don't label myself nothing. I really have no desire to be connected to anything that has anything to do with this 3D Earth humans or whatever. No offense, humans, but you know, I'm just sick of this vomit of a Earth life with all this low vibrational mess going on. I don't claim nothing. I don't even want to claim human right now. Okay, no offense. I really don't even want to claim human right now. But the point is, they want to stay engaged. They literally want to stay engaged with your energy. This is what the Four of Pentacles is talking about. And they don't know what direction to go except to try to be in limbo with this. They know you're not mentally ill. They know that you're not mentally ill. And they're trying to stagger and stall and find another angle to come at you in, because they know in the coming days and weeks that they're gonna have to cut the threads. They're not gonna be able to continue with this little mental illness bullshit they've been trying to go on with. And they don't know what other direction to go in, because they know as soon as this person that's under judgment with the FBI and everything comes out in court and whatever, and some of y'all need to go to court. Some of y'all need to go to some of these courts in the states you were born in, or in states that you've lived in, and you need to ask a local judge or someone working in the courthouse for a CUSIP case file number, security number. Because they can't go on with this bullshit they've been going on with all this time. Okay? So they know time is running out, and if you are on a platform, you might notice a whole bunch of people trying to get you to go into some kind of binding contract with YouTube, or content creators this, or join this, or be a part of that. They're trying to find a way to remain connected to you through any kind of contract, any goddamn thing. Let's goddamn bitch, if I can't get you on a contract, how about we pinky swear? I'll take you out to lunch and we're gonna do a pinky swear, because I'm gonna take your ass to court about that pinky swear and claim that I have some kind of right to you or your creativity or your energy. These people know that in the up and coming days and weeks, you are going to be completely set free after these court cases are over with, and they will not be able to stay connected to your energy. You don't owe them your energy. You don't owe them access to your life, your energy, nothing that has anything to do with you. They lied and said you were mentally ill for a way to stay connected to you. Tell me about this YouTube employee manipulating your stats. Something could be being blocked or stopped. So, what's that? All right, someone could have worked on something. Okay, so these people did what I told you they were doing. They were manipulating your stats to make sure you could not make above a certain amount of money, and they were limiting your exposure because they wanted you to be a slave to YouTube, basically at the bottom of the ship on the Titanic shoving coal, right? They wanted you to be in the back of the kitchen cooking the food and come in the colors only door. They wanted you to be running the hamster wheel of YouTube and not be seen by anybody, while a bunch of copycats get worldwide exposure using and copying your content. Okay? This is what YouTube was doing to you, because they wanted to keep you financially bound so that they could watch you, study you, take your energy from you, find a way to energy harvest from you by playing games with you, knowing that you needed to pay bills through YouTube because they were gang stalking you and blackballing you from working regular jobs. All that shit, somebody provided clarity with the Ace of Swords, what they were doing to you. Because these people can't control their emotions about how gifted you are, how talented you are, how naturally magnetic you are, being yourself in your own authenticity. All you got to do is show up. It don't matter how you talk. It don't matter where you come from. It don't matter the energy that you're in. It don't matter whether you speak the Queen's English or not. It's about how you pour the tea and your own unique way of presenting things. People might like the way you talk. People might like the way you might give your spin on things. You know, you might resonate with certain people. Certain people have a certain type of resonance where people like the way they tell a story. You understand? You could have 10 people telling the same goddamn story, but it's something about the way you put the stank on it that people like to listen to you. They can resonate with your voice, the way you talk, the slang you use, and they like it. You understand? These people are completely obsessed with your authenticity, your uniqueness, everything that you provide, and the skill and the talent that comes from your soul power. So they don't want to let you go. They don't want you to get your inheritance money, and they don't want you to be seen either, and they don't want you to make all your money. They just want to watch you and be obsessed with you and make Natasha dolls that look like your ass and then copy you. Watch you and then copy you while minimizing your exposure. An Empress in the reverse and a King of Pentacles in the reverse and a Knight of Pentacles. Somebody could be a Capricorn, someone could be a Libra, and somebody could be a Leo, King of Pentacles reverse, or Scorpio. Yeah, these are people in the past that were supposed, I feel like these are energies that were supposed to either be on platforms and copy off of you that they wanted to promote, or these people are attached to people that they wanted to promote but don't have personalities or uniqueness or creativity or magnetism. So, or not even, they don't have a clue or an idea of what to do. So they wanted literally you not to be seen, but for their select people to copy off of you, and then they would give them worldwide exposure. But somebody provided the truth and clarity about what they were doing on YouTube, and they had to stop because someone didn't want to let something go because of your energy that they've benefited from in your childhood. They wanted, or in your youth. They wanted to keep something going forever. They were trying to find new creative ways, keeping up with technology to stay tapped into your energy and letting you be able to run free. Never with my enemy. A young thing, run. Who sang that? Young thing, run free, never get stuck like my man and me. What was the song? Young heart. It was young heart. Yeah. They don't want you to be a young heart and be able to run free. They want to use your goddamn energy. But whatever program they had you in, they couldn't move it forward. That's what YouTube is about. Okay. So this is what they were doing at YouTube. Who's Japanese? Okay, the Wounded Warrior. Okay, that's having a tower. Because the Ace of Wands reverse. Yeah, because somebody couldn't get your energy. Somebody was supposed to find a way to orchestrate something in your love life where you would be catfished and someone would have sex with you, harness your energy, and then give it to one of their people that they wanted on YouTube. This Empress reverse or King of Pentacles reverse. Someone could be a Scorpio. Somebody could be a Libra. Okay. Yeah, they were trying to orchestrate something in the background that feels like gang stalking, catfishing. They figured they were going to, this is destiny swap energy. Because these are people that would be willing to sign a contract with this Japanese energy and do whatever they wanted. Okay, they were trying to create an illusion. Who the fuck is this Japanese energy? Are they a politician? Who the fuck is this? I mean, they came out with Elon Musk. Who is this Japanese energy? Tell me who this, an entertainer, a singer, a dancer, actor, actress, musician? So I don't know. There could be a Japanese entertainer, or there could be a Japanese person or entity that's in the entertainment business. The president of a corporation, bank, or business. Okay, so whoever this Japanese energy is, they have some kind of corporation or business that has to do with the entertainment business. Okay, whoever this Japanese energy is, they're in the entertainment business and they own some kind of a corporation or a business that's connected to YouTube. Maybe they're in business with YouTube in some kind of a way. But that is who was trying to create this illusion and get some gang stalking orchestrated against you, whereby they would catfish you. Someone would drain your energy, do a spell work on you to make you homeless, destiny swap, and put your energy into the people that were willing to sign contracts with this Japanese energy, and they would be willing to promote whatever they want them to promote or do whatever they want them to do, work for them, so to speak. They could puppeteer them. They would be like puppets to them. Basically, these are people that will do anything for money, that don't have integrity, that literally will allow outsiders to use them to promote whatever agenda they want to push or do whatever they want. Okay? And whoever you are, you're original. You are unique. You're authentic. And you're not a puppet. You're nobody's puppet. Tell me about Elon Musk. Why did he pop out here? Yeah, he was in bed with this Japanese, and they couldn't create an illusion. Yeah, and they were very unhappy. Yeah, they thought that they were going to blackball you from working, so you'd be forced to make money on YouTube, and then they were gonna minimize your money on YouTube to where you could barely survive, because they didn't want you to pick up on what they were doing. That's why when they're doing an agenda on somebody, they do it little by little so as not to alert the target that they're slowly being pushed, and the walls are closing in on them. You understand? So you just notice your views getting smaller and smaller, your money is getting smaller and smaller, and before you know it, you realize your money is not enough to stretch to even pay your utilities and rent or mortgage or cover your car note, and you can't make ends meet. Because it's getting tighter and tighter. Every check gets smaller and smaller and smaller, till it's almost nothing at all. And they're hoping at the right time for you to get pushed out of your home and be homeless. Then it'd be easier for them to claim you're mentally ill, you can't hold a job, you need to be in a mental institution, or whatever their agenda was. This is what they were going to do through YouTube. Oh, they can't hold a regular job. And YouTube, they're not getting a lot of views on YouTube, so they don't have enough money and they're homeless. Yeah, well, they can't hold a regular job because they're mentally ill or mentally disabled. Elon Musk and his Japanese energy was working together with these people to push this agenda in your life, along with the CIA, when they put the contract on you when you were a child and your family members was getting paid. All right. Anything else about Elon Musk out here right now? The Lover's reverse. Okay. Somebody might have made an offer to a Gemini. Who made an offer to a Gemini? Oh, and now they can't recover. So there could be a Gemini that had a YouTube channel. Clarify, is that right? A mother figure. Yup. This Gemini could have a water placement too, maybe Scorpio or Cancer. Okay. Elon Musk made an offer to a Gemini for somebody that has a water placement in their chart, Scorpio and or Cancer or something like that. And they can't recover. The 9 of Wands in the reverse here. So this could be someone that was given a platform and a contract by this Japanese energy and Elon Musk. Okay. Wherein you were going to be who they were going to copy off of. They were going to copy your platform, copy your information, copy your content, and show up as you. You would continue making barely any money on YouTube, even though you are the talent, okay? And this is what they used to do with a lot of Black singers and musicians back in the day. They used to have him on what they call the Chitlin circuit. Little Richard and a lot of other BB King, a whole lot of very famous, prolific musicians and singers. Ray Charles, they had him on like the Chitlin circuit, where they only got exposure in a few places, and only got to play in a few places. The same places they would go over and over again, and it was kind of a small circle. But there would be, like in the Five Heartbeat movie, there would be other groups that would literally try to minimize their talent and creativity, like it wasn't all that. But then they would want to literally copy the music, copy the songs, copy the rhythm, and try to perform it even the exact way that they were performing it. Only it would be represented by somebody else. Okay, if you remember in the Little Richard story of his life, there was a guy that was copying all Little Richard's mannerisms, the way he was performing and singing and trying to keep up with him. He was his copycat. And Little Richard was like, a wop bop a loo bop balop bamboo, tutti frutti, good booty. And y'all remember the dude that was trying to be his copycat, he was like, a wop, a bop a loo bop, a wop a bamboo, and then Little Richard was like side-eyeing him like, okay, I know what to do. And he mixed it up. He mixed it up in such a way, like he was scatting, that the guy that was his copycat couldn't keep up. He was like, oh, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, ba-boo, ba-ba, bam. I can't keep up with that guy. But the point I'm making is, this is what was going on with a Gemini, okay? So this Gemini must be somebody that lacks personality. They might not have any creative ideas. This might be somebody dull and boring. This might be somebody that has no talent, no magnetism, no natural creativity or magnetism at all. Elon Musk made this Gemini an offer, and this Japanese energy. And what they did was, whoever you are the star, okay? You are the talent, the creativity. You have the energy inside of you that's magnetism. Even if you're not on YouTube, anywhere you go, any job that you work on, any environment that you're in, you are going to perform the same way. It's inside of you. That has nothing to do with YouTube. Anywhere that you go, you are an anointed energy, and you have a certain type of magnetism, and you will attract people to you with whatever it is that you do or say, and it doesn't have to be YouTube. You understand? You can go anywhere you want with your energy. Elon Musk made this Gemini an offer because this Gemini is a part of a secret society and is a puppet. It's an NPC puppet energy that will push whatever agenda they want to push. Okay, and whoever you are performing on YouTube. Okay, if you have a platform, and they were giving you minimum exposure, minimum money, and allowing this Gemini to watch you and to copy you, and giving this Gemini public exposure to everybody and everything. Okay, it was you, but it was this Gemini, and now they can't recover. The Nine of Wands reverse, because they wanted to keep you small and eventually make you disappear completely. Ultimately, you were going to run out of money and end up homeless. And once you ended up homeless, then they would be able to do the destiny swap, either put you in a mental institution or you would die or whatever. Okay. And they wanted to, and right now somebody might be about to balance with the Two of Pentacles, the situation. Somebody might be defensive about what they tried to get away with doing. So there was a Gemini that could have a water placement in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, or both. They could be a cusper. They could have a Scorpio moon or whatever. They could be like a Leo sun rising, whatever. Elon Musk made an offer to a Gemini to be your copycat. Okay, what's this Two of Pentacles? Somebody's getting fired. Okay, the King of Wands. Okay, somebody couldn't get a judgment over you in court. and somebody couldn't move to calmer waters because so halfway through their plan, they ran into a problem. They didn't want to let something go, and they went overboard in trying to make you homeless, making you sick, maybe doing death spells on you to take you out of here. Okay, and the person they hired as your handler, they went too far and exposed too much, and that's who's under judgment with the FBI right now. Okay, so your handler could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sag. They went too far in exposing the whole plot with their crackhead moves, and that's who's under judgment with the FBI right now. And they're defensive about that because they couldn't create an illusion because this person went too far. They interacted with too many people after it was already a missed opportunity. This Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody that will lick balls in broad daylight or in the dark outside your home for a magic trick, for spell work. You understand? This Queen of Pentacles reverse could be a fire sign. This is the type of person that will suck sour balls in the dark outside your home when they run out of money to get people to spiritually attack you. They were going too hard. They were going too hard in the paint, you know, and everybody could record them and see them willing to do anything. And they made too many offers to too many people, too many witnesses, too many testimonies, too sloppy. Somebody had to pull their energy away. They didn't. Right now, something could be happening right now where someone's reversing and ending, or they tried to reverse an ending again in real time, but they were not able to move something forward. Yeah, this Queen of Wands reverse. Yeah, they don't want her pussy no more. The Three of Cups reverse. Yeah, these people, and she can't recover. Yeah, this could be the handler or that Gemini. And what action is Elon Musk taking now? What action is Elon Musk taking now instead of destroying divine people's lives? He's taking action because he can't move to calmer waters because even using energy weapons on some of you all, it's not going to shut you up. It's not going to make you be quiet. You're protected and you have divine protection. You would have been dead by now if you were supposed to be dead. Elon Musk needs to fucking pay you. Okay? So Elon Musk cannot move to calmer waters, the Six of Swords in reverse, because he's being exposed for destroying and bullying women's lives. Women that have already had a hard life, might have had to be a single mother, that might have had to bust their ass to create some form of stability while the whole world was working against their stability, trying to cut them down. And then you want to come with all your money and bully single mothers and single and women that don't have any family and don't have help. You want to come and bully them, you punk ass, pussy ass bitch. Talking about Elon Musk with your punk ass. Nobody wants to be associated with him. Investors, nobody. He should be ashamed of himself. He's not, I'm sure he's experimented on a lot of men and women, I'm sure. But to be going so hard after single mothers that have been isolated from family and help, that have had to find a way with a wing and a prayer to stay afloat, and you going around using your money to bully women with your punk ass. You need therapy. Clarify the Knight of Swords. What is Elon Musk doing with that Knight of Swords energy? What is this little strategic move? Oh, he tried to hurry up and cause an imbalance. Yeah. So how did he try to hurry up and cause an imbalance? What did Elon Musk do with his money? Probably paid someone to set somebody's house on fire again, or paid somebody to do a death spell or use an energy weapon. Elon Musk, you are a punk. You are a punk ass bitch. You're a punk. You're a coward. You're disgusting. No one respects you. You out here bullying women? You're such a coward. You're not even 3/4 of a man. Your monkey ass. The Three of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, somebody don't want to work with him. Out here bullying women that probably already had a fucked up life. What's the Seven of Cups? Clarify the Seven of Cups. Okay? Someone was trying to create an illusion. Someone could be a Capricorn. Someone could be a Virgo. But it's too much of a burden to get away with this with you. Yeah, your ancestors is not playing about you. They're having a towel right now because gossip is spreading very fast and everybody's looking at Elon Musk right now. And in a minute, I'm going to start printing t-shirts. And start leading a parade against Elon Musk, experimenting on women and high priestesses and being a punk and bullying. I'm going to put his face on a t-shirt. Elon Musk, stop bullying single mothers. And I'm going to start giving the t-shirts out until we get the attention of every news station all over the world. Elon Musk, stop bullying single mothers. Stop bullying people with your money. Elon Musk, stop trying to make single mothers working hard homeless because you want to experiment with their DNA. Keep fucking with me. I'm the right one. I promise you. I will make a fucking t-shirt. I'm going to start mailing it and giving it out and passing it out in front of every news station in America. Bitch, I'll fly back and do that shit just for you. I'm going to start holding up signs. Bitch, I'll lead the fucking parade. I'll set it off. Not gossip. The truth and information of how Elon Musk has been trying to make single women homeless, that he wants to study their DNA and conduct experiments, and how he's been using nerve gas, energy weapons, his resources, money, and connections to abuse women. It's spreading like wildfire. Everybody's looking at him right now. You coward. How dare you? I am a human fucking being more than you. I'm more human than you are. He didn't get what he was expecting, and he's sad. Like somebody give a fuck about SpaceX and if he's sad. The Nine of Pentacles. I don't know. Some of y'all might have to go. Somebody might have to go claim asylum in another country where Elon Musk doesn't have any pull. There are a couple of countries where Elon Musk does not have any pull. I think that what country is that in South Africa that right now is not allowing, they changed some of the visa laws because they're getting stricter. Namibia. I think that Namibia has said no to Elon Musk, and also Iran also is another country. I don't give a fuck about that war. Iran is another country that Elon Musk does not have influence there either with Starlink or anything else. You know, somebody might have to go to Iran or to Namibia and ask them for asylum running from America. Can you give me asylum, please? I'm running from oppression in my country, America. The United States government is supporting Elon Musk to inject us illegally with Neuralink technology and then try to put us in psych wards so he can conduct experiments that are inhumane. And the United Nations is not doing anything about it. So I need to claim asylum in Iran. How embarrassing. How embarrassing would it be if one or more Americans suddenly try to flood Iran or Namibia begging for asylum from America because the government is allowing Elon Musk to abuse us and experiment on us? I'm telling you, and that would make the news. I bet you that would make the news. Giving me an idea. I bet you would make the news because Iran during the war is going to be asking, wow, you got Americans running out of America asking us for asylum because the government is supporting Elon Musk to try to make people homeless and abuse them and inject them illegally with the Neuralink and put them illegally into hospitals to experiment on the women there and the men. Wow, this is going to make national news. It'll be an embarrassment in America. It will be an embarrassment to America. The same with Namibia. Go to Namibia. Can I have asylum here? I'm running. Where are you running from? I'm running from America. I'm running from America because the government is supporting Elon Musk to pay people money to gang stalk, isolate people he wants to experiment on. It's oppression from the government if they allow him to get away with this. The government, like in my case, Elon Musk, Angela Broxton, a Virgo from Northwest Washington D.C., she's on a contract with Elon Musk along with my sister and others, and they are the ones that the NSA gave my location to here in Rwanda, and they paid somebody locally, but the order came from Elon Musk to set my house on fire. And that's when they set my house on fire here, which is why I said somebody might have to go claim asylum in Iran or Namibia or a country that has not said yes to Elon Musk, that Elon Musk does not have influence in. It is what it is, and might have to embarrass the whole United States. I might have to embarrass the United States by asking and begging Iran for asylum, bitch. And I'm well within my goddamn right. What's a Nine of Pentacles? A Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the Hermit reverse. So a secret came out. Somebody did not get their wish fulfillment. Yeah, somebody might have recently spiritually attacked you, and it still didn't work. Being childish. They were trying to get away with this crime still being childish, and still trying to get away with this crime with you, a human being. When is Elon Musk going to stop? Clarify. He's heartbroken. I'll stab that bitch in his heart with all three of these swords. When is Elon Musk going to stop trying to get his way with you? When? The Six of Pentacles. When somebody has a back and forth with a magician that missed an opportunity, a Leo that caused an illusion, okay? The seven that's been watching you along with this Capricorn Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, that Knight of Pentacles is the cat when they become homeless. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles, or they're drained. Okay, so as soon as this Capricorn and Leo go down, Elon Musk is not going to be able to get this thing started back up again. Okay, a King of Pentacles that is in your community that was taking orders from a Leo and a Capricorn, they're going to leave your community where you're living at right now when this Capricorn and this Leo go to jail. Okay, or become homeless or get drained. Yep. The High Priest, there could be another spiritual practitioner here that's already gotten over something because they couldn't create an illusion either. All right. All right. Clarify blame. They said use my other cards. I want you to clarify blame. I have blame here. Somebody could be blaming somebody for something. Clarify blame. All right. I have the Scribe of Swords. This is actually the page. I'm sorry. This is actually the Page of Swords. Somebody could be blaming somebody for speaking something out. This is Aquarius energy as well. Clarify what someone could have spoke something out. Clarify that Page of Swords. Okay. Yeah. The pyramid reverse is someone avoiding a tower. So the pyramid represents the tower, and it's in reverse here. Okay. Someone is not going to get a new start. Anu is representing the Fool card. The Fool card, someone's not going to get a new start and they're avoiding a tower because somebody spoke something out. And who are they blaming? Clarify. Someone that was very sad and disappointed because things didn't go their way. Who is this person they're blaming? Somebody right now in real time. Osset and Osar. They're blaming a Gemini this is the lovers. So Offset and Osar is Gemini energy. Somebody is blaming this Gemini energy here right now in real time for trying to cast some kind of an illusion. The Queen of Pentacles and the Sun. This Earth sign in Leo. Okay, so I don't know what this is about, but there's some kind of an illusion that was created about you. And it had something to do with an illusion that a Gemini, a Leo, and a Capricorn all work together to pull off. Okay? A Capricorn, a Leo, and Gemini all work together to pull some kind of illusion off. Okay, thank you. I was asking what illusion, okay? All right, so this is the illusion. The illusion was that you were a drug-addicted prostitute that had a mental disability because you were sexually molested and you were living homeless in the street. That's the illusion. So here's the thing. In order to put this contract on you, that's how you were supposed to end up, okay? The contract put on you when you were a child was supposed to put you on the path that would lead you to being a drug-addicted, homeless prostitute. And then they would say you were mentally ill, and they would make sure that you never are able to be exposed or seen or whatever, and they were going to feed off your energy. But the problem was you never took that path because you are blessed and highly favored. And doors throughout your entire life, you were like a Buddha. Whoever you are, everywhere you stepped, it was like rose petals fell. It literally was like manifestation rose petals. Every job you ever applied for, you got it. Like every doors everywhere would fly open for you. Opportunities. It's like somebody, it's like an angel your entire life has been by your side, opening doors for you, putting people in your path. Any job you apply for, you get it immediately. Like the minute they talk to you and you smile at them, you're hired. They're like, I didn't even finish my sentence. You know, you're that type of energy. You have some kind of golden energy. You have some kind of angels around you where your footsteps have always been guided and you've always been provided for. His eye is on the sparrow, so you better know that he watches you. Understand, if God could provide for the birds to eat every single day, how much more that he would provide for you and make sure your needs are always met. Okay? So the problem was, even though this is something they tried to orchestrate in your life, it didn't happen. So what they've been doing throughout most of your adult life is setting traps for you to try to make your life look like what it was supposed to end up. They've been trying to sabotage jobs, do magic on you, make sure you're in toxic relationships with men that will try to destroy your confidence, self-esteem, and destroy anything that you build. Hoping that your low self-esteem due to how you were treated as a child, you would never heal from. So you would always, due to your wounds, have an opening for these toxic men to be in a relationship with. You would never wake up and heal and address and identify the pattern of your abuse. So when this never happened, they were in an era of YouTube, the internet, and technology, where they decided to go this direction with it. Okay? Now, they told Elon Musk that they gave him the story. They said you were molested. They said you were mentally ill due to that molestation. And then they said you were a drug-addicted prostitute that was homeless. So they have the situation under control. So they move forward with that contract to study you and do things to you, isolate and gang stalk you. Now, while they're lying, they are trying to enact something in your life through isolation and gang stalking to make your life look like what they told him it was. And this is the reason why he moved forward with whatever experiments and whatever he did, because he thought it would never end up getting exposed because you're nothing but a drug-addicted prostitute living in the street that has a diagnosed mental illness. But this Gemini lied because they said your life was something that it wasn't, because they thought they would be able to force that on you, and they were not able to do it. You are too strong. Your roots are too deep. You understand? Your purpose and anointing is too powerful to ever fall into something that weak. You understand? So, because this Gemini lied and said that that's what your life was, he trusted them and gave them that contract. But then the problem is your exposure and everything. They started going so hard to make your life look like what it was supposed to. The whole plan got exposed, and everyone got exposed, and every agency, and Elon Musk got exposed. People on YouTube got exposed. Everybody got exposed for what they were doing to you, because they were trying, because they're dumb and slow and borderline mentally retarded. They didn't make your life look like what it was supposed to be before they signed that contract and told him. They just told him that's what your life was. So Elon Musk thought he was going to run and conduct experiments on a drug-addicted prostitute, so he didn't have to worry about getting exposed like this. But it turns out you are anointed, you are highly favored, you have status, you have public exposure. Whoever you are intellectual, very intelligent. You're a high priest or high priestess, whoever you are, and nobody can tear you down, because you are also connected to your alien family. You are also connected with alien DNA. You also have your spiritual ancestors and the family you're spiritually connected to, and they've been protecting your finances, protecting your stability, making sure you eat every day, no matter how much or how little. They provided and made sure that you were okay the whole time. And this is where the dilemma is. Because with the blame energy, they're blaming the Gemini for lying about you. Because he feels like he would have never went at you in that manner if he didn't think he could get away with it. He didn't realize that that it was a complete lie. Okay? He just thought you were a nobody that no one would notice if you disappeared. Sorry, let me see something. Okay. Yeah. So they're blaming the Gemini. They are literally blaming the Gemini for lying about you. Okay. It was a lie concocted between a Gemini, a Leo, and a Capricorn about you. Clarify that death card. Clarify the death card. Why is death here? Scorpio energy. Okay. Clarify. Oh, all right. So somebody's marriage or something could have come to a complete ending. Someone got clarity about something. The Queen of Wands. All right. So there could be a fire sign and could have Scorpio in their chart. Yeah, something's over. The Queen of Wands reverse. The Page of Swords. Somebody spoke something out about why they had to go through so much to cause you an ending, and that ending would not come. Someone couldn't understand why you were so protected. The Hierophant reverse, someone could be a Taurus because they lied. Somebody just wanted to hold on to something that they might have had for a very long time. This could be some kind of spiritual position in an organization, or they could be the matriarch of a family or something, and it's supposed to be you. It's something someone really, really, or this could be the leader of something. Somebody wanted to hold on to something that you might have supposed to. It could be like a position. It could be like a position that you're supposed to take. Okay, excuse me. Whatever. Y'all know how it be. Y'all know how it be. So it's some kind of leadership position is what I'm getting with the King of Wands, okay? It's some kind of leadership position with the King of Wands and the Four of Pentacles someone wanted to hold on to. And because of your spiritual ranking, they couldn't defend what they did against you. They might have been trying to cause you a death. Yeah, that's why they had you watch so carefully. Yeah, the Ace of Cups reversed. Okay, they were close to you emotionally. Okay, so you could even have a family member that wanted to hold on. The Seven of Pentacles, this person could have been watching you and closed off to you emotionally since you were a child, because they wanted to hold on to some leadership position, and they could have been monitoring you since you were a child. Okay, because of some spiritual ability that you have. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles is someone watching you very carefully, and the Ace of Cups reversed is someone that's closed off emotionally. So somebody was closed off to you emotionally, that was watching you very carefully because they wanted to hold on to some kind of leadership position. Okay, and they might have been trying to cause you a death. Yeah. With service in reverse, clarify service in reverse. Ooh. I have the Page of Swords. Somebody might have spoke something out. A narcissist, the Queen of Swords reverse. Okay, so a narcissist said that you were inactive in the world, meaning you don't serve yourself, and you were a waste of space. You happen to be born with spiritual abilities, but you're a complete waste of space. You're just here, and you don't do nothing. You're on drugs, so they felt entitled to do what they did to you because you're wasting your spiritual abilities. Whatever spiritual power you have, you're on drugs and you're not going to recover, and you're homeless and mentally ill. So that's how they justified you're not of service to anybody. Okay, that's what the narcissist told somebody. You don't have a career, you don't have any important job or anything. You don't serve anything, any purpose. But they needed to destiny swap with somebody that doesn't serve a purpose, right? That don't have no career and is not of service, but they needed to destiny swap with you, right? Okay. Loneliness in the reverse. Sorry. What is this? Loneliness in the reverse? Yeah, you're never lonely. You could be a Pisces or have Pisces in your chart. A mother figure, Queen of Cups here. You're never lonely. Child, you probably are so connected to the ethers. You probably get so many downloads and talk to so many ancestors and spirits. Child, you probably too tired and drained to be around humans. Y'all know in them little Nollywood movies and stuff, you always see the spiritual practitioner that belongs to the village always living outside of the village. Their hut is always on the outskirts because their space is crowded already with spirits. They're always communicating back and forth with the spiritual realm all day, all night sometimes. Literally talking back and forth. You see them with in the Nollywood movie with the thing over their eye. You be seeing them with the star over their eye. Sometimes it's like being around people all day at work and talking, having to talk for a living. And at the end of the day, you don't want to be around nobody because you're exhausted. Some of you are that if you were in a village in a past life, and you were the oracle, or you were some kind of spiritual practitioner or something living in the forest or the outskirts of the village, that's who you would be. But in present day, of course, you're probably in an apartment or a house somewhere. But that's the function. That's your role and your function. That's what you are. If this was back in the day, you would be out on the outskirt of a village or in a forest away from everybody. Okay? People would have to travel through some bushes to get to you. But in modern day, you're that same energy, only you're in an apartment or a house somewhere, keeping to yourself. You're never lonely. Okay? You're never lonely because you're so connected to the spiritual realm. You always got something going on back and forth with the spiritual realm. So it's like you are living your life literally between two realms. Like you're interacting with physical humans, but you're interacting with the spiritual realm. So you're not lonely. You're not lonely at all. It's just all the people you talk to, nobody else can see. That's how it is with most spiritual people and practitioners. They be getting busy. They constantly talking back and forth and making contracts and doing stuff. Whoever you are, that's how it is for me. I'm perfectly okay alone. I get so many taps and nudges and information and telepathy back and forth with the spiritual realm all day long. I'm exhausted by the time I go to bed. And it don't matter. I don't have to be on YouTube. This is just in my day-to-day life. When I leave my house, they go with me. And they constantly poking me, prodding, pushing me, talking to me, and telling me random things and giving me downloads. This is an all day, all night thing, constantly. Get your ass up at 2 a.m. So whoever you are, you're never lonely. You could be a mother figure. Okay, empathy. What is empathy? Somebody might have empathy. Okay. Yeah, somebody that could have walked away, pulled their energy away from somebody or something. Somebody has developed some empathy. Okay. Queen of Wands, reverse, judgment. Okay. Somebody that could have made a decision about something and that was heartbroken. Okay. That was stuck in a cycle. Okay. So I don't know. This might be, this could be someone that had to move out of their home. So this could be someone that could have been mirroring this tarot card reader that might share a birthday or sign with you. This person might feel some empathy right now for whatever you're going through, because this person might literally be mirroring a lot of the same experiences as you, or they actually have mirrored very similar experiences to you, because they're on the same contract that the CIA signed as you. And there is actual confirmation of that. They are on the same damn contract the CIA had signed on your life, on theirs. And their family enacted the same thing in their life that your family was enacting in yours. You understand? So they've walked away from something. They're heartbroken that something didn't work out the way they needed it to, but they are on their path for healing and trying to, get completely free of what's been being done to them. A lot of the things that are done to you are done to this other person too, equally so. Okay. And it's because both of y'all have the same contract that was put on your lives when y'all were younger. All right, the Page of Cups reverse. Someone could have a Pisces again in their chart. Okay, somebody might be a little bit childish or might gaslight. Okay, this could be someone that's closed emotionally or was closed emotionally, because someone might feel like they were not protected best in reverse. This is a Taurus. Okay, there might be some kind of Taurus or Hierophant reverse. What's the Hierophant reverse? A Gemini. Okay, so this is something now I'm picking up on, going on between a Gemini and a Taurus. Somebody feels like someone's getting divorced. Okay, so there's a Taurus and a Gemini here. Somebody's getting divorced that could have been a part of whatever they were trying to get away with orchestrating against you. It all fell down with this YouTube. This is the Gemini that was trying to copy off of you, that signed a contract with Elon Musk and that Japanese energy. It didn't work out the way they thought it would. You did not die. You're not homeless. And they're not going to be able to get you into a mental institution. So that Gemini could be getting divorced right now, and they feel like they don't have any protection right now. Bess represents protection and security, and it came in reverse. So that Taurus must be the person that brought that Gemini in on the scheme or the plan against your life. Okay. So that Taurus could also be older than that Gemini. Okay. And they might feel like they put them on the wrong path, because now they feel like they don't have protection and they're getting divorced. So they might not feel like they're going to be financially supported, and they don't have survival skills. That's what I'm picking up on. They don't have survival skills. What's this about love? All right, clarify. Love with, I want to know what love and illness and unexpected money. What's love? I have the 8 of Pentacles. There's somebody working on something. The 8 of Wands reverse. Someone is working on blocking and bringing what these people have been doing against you. The Eight of Wands is a blockage, a sudden stop. There's somebody in love with you that is working on bringing to a complete stop and halt what's been going on with the gang stalking. So maybe they're working together with the FBI to get a judgment over a Capricorn, Leo, or who was the other energy I picked up on? It was a Capricorn, a Leo, and a Gemini. Yeah, there's somebody in love with you with this love energy. But before they can come toward you, there's something, they're working on bringing everything to a complete stop with your harassment so that you could, when this person comes toward you, the two of you could be completely free from all of the foolishness to date, connect, or, whatever this is going to turn into. They want to make sure that the troublemakers that are still lingering in your energy, that don't want to let you go and allow you to live your life, are completely neutralized and stopped so that you can have peace. And you can have peace with this person that loves you, okay? Whoever that is. What's illness here? What is illness? All right, I have the Page of Cups reversed. Somebody could be a Pisces, a Virgo, Hermit energy. Somebody could have a Virgo placement. The Eight of Wands reversed. Yeah, somebody might have stopped doing something abruptly because of an illness or some sickness. And somebody couldn't balance the situation. Oh, who couldn't balance the situation? Who couldn't balance the situation? Someone could have Pisces and Virgo in their chart. Who could not balance the situation? A Queen of Wands reverse. The Queen of Wands reverse, and then I have the King of Cups. This could be a father figure, or this could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Somebody's not stuck, and somebody could not balance their situation. Got it. This is the father figure. You could have an ex. This ex could either be your child's father. This ex could either be your child's father, or this could be someone you dated in your past with the King of Cups energy. Okay. I told you already, they put this contract on you when you were a child. Okay. So it could be anybody from your past you could have dated or had children with. These are the energies that don't want to let you go because they're not going to get any more payments from Elon Musk through the NSA or however they do their financial exchanges. This father figure right here, because they didn't want to let go, this is not someone you're dealing with or have dealt with in years possibly. I'm getting this is someone you dated or had children by in the past. They've been trying to work with these people to orchestrate to keep something going, possibly try to catfish you so that someone can find a way back into your energy to harness your energy. But you're not stuck. These people can't get you stuck mentally or in any other kind of way. The Nine of Swords reverse, okay? But because they wouldn't stop, they can't balance the situation. They have a sickness. They have some kind of illness or sickness. Yeah, they're the father figure. So this is either the father of your children or someone you dated in the past. They're sick right now. And you're going to get unexpected money. And they're sad about it because that means their money, whatever money they made off of you in the past using your energy, it's coming to an end. And your spell and curse is broken. Whatever they were doing with your energy in the past, with that cult that they're a part of, it's over. Give me 2 cards to crown this read. Holy Divine Spirit. Give me 2 cards crowning this read, please, and thank you. It's a new day. Y'all are free. Whom the Spirit has set free is free indeed. Ashe. Ashe, 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 ashe. The Death card, yes. And the Seven of Swords. Oh, okay. So this is the Death card here, Anpu, in the Commission Tarot deck. And this is the Seven of Swords, which has to do with someone trying to steal something or someone trying to get away with something. I'm just trying to see if y'all can actually see these cards. Or do I have to keep picking them up with my phone? Shit, y'all can't see. I'm just showing y'all my code. It don't matter. My whole phone is mirrored. I don't have no privacy. It don't matter. We don't have no privacy. Okay, I just want to see if y'all can see these cards. You make it big, you can. Yeah, y'all can make your screen big so you can see it. Okay. All right. Now I gotta keep picking these cards up. So this is the Seven of Swords and the Death card here. Okay. Scorpio energy. What's the obstacle? What is the obstacle? Justice, Libra energy. And then I have Amun Ra. Okay. This is Aries energy. The Emperor in reverse though. Okay. So this is the Emperor in reverse. This is Aries energy. It doesn't have to be Aries. But there's an older person that's been creating an obstacle in your community that's been taking money. They've been taking money from these outside sources and they've been hiring local people to spiritually attack you, this Emperor in reverse. Okay? I'm going to clarify this Justice card real quick in a minute. What happened in the recent past? Oh, they were trying to get away with the death. They were trying to kill you. Okay, somebody in your neighborhood was trying to get away with killing you. Yeah, they were trying to orchestrate your death because they knew that a large amount of money was connected because Elon Musk was involved. So somebody is aware, someone in your neighborhood or community, they're aware of who you are and what you are, and they're aware, they don't give a fuck that you're a high priestess. They don't give a fuck that you're a healer. They don't give a fuck that you don't have any bad intentions or that you're a loving person or you're kind or sweet. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So, you make sure you keep the same energy with the people in your community. Don't you ever for a minute let these snakes, after all this is over, chummy up to you, try to be nice, friendly, or whatever. Fuck up. Fuck every last one of them. Because these people, they are aware that you didn't do anything wrong. They're aware that you're innocent. They're completely aware. They're not confused. I just want to make sure you know they're not confused. Okay? If somebody tried to do a smear campaign and lie and to say, oh, they're a prostitute or she stole all this man's money or whatever. No, that's not true. It's been cleared up. They've been given clarity. They know that you're being hunted by Elon Musk because you're a high priestess and that they wanted to destiny swap you. They're aware of that. They know that in your community. And they know you're completely innocent. They're just animals. Those people in your community attacking you, they're just animals. They're early humans that operate like predators and animals that have been acting like the animals they are and fucking attacking you because they're willing to do anything for money and they don't have any empathy and compassion. They're animals. They have not yet connected with their God mind, their God self. They haven't had a heart chakra activation where they can have universal love for anybody outside of themselves. Okay? The heart chakra is completely blocked and closed. So these are people that operate as an animal. So you should carry it as such. When you interact with them, just keep in the back of your mind, you are interacting with an animal. Okay? So there's an older man in your community. This person might even own like land or homes or build homes in your community. They have been helping these people to try to see if they could get away with killing you with the death by recruiting people to pretend. This older man has a way of creating work. So they're a business owner. Somebody has a way of creating fake work in your community so a person has an excuse that's legitimate to be there. But in actuality, they're spiritually attacking you with death spells. You understand? So if this is somebody that owns land that they build homes on in your community, they are allowing the people that are doing death spells on you to kill you. They're creating fake ass work for them. Like, oh yeah, I need you to dig a hole on my land. So you have a legitimate reason to be here digging a hole. But in actuality, it just gives them a legitimate excuse to be close enough to you, whoever you are, so that they can spiritually attack you throughout the day and night. You understand? If this person owns homes in your community or units in your community, they are having people and they're creating, they can create any kind of work for them. I want the grass cut. I want some plumbing work done in this house, or I own that house too. I want this type of work done. He's just coming up with work and jobs to allow the people that are spiritually attacking you to be there and to justify them being there. Okay. And he knows that you're completely innocent. He does not give a fuck because he's an animal. Okay. And you know what happens to animals eventually, because they're not smarter than you. They usually end up having an early death. Okay. So this emperor in the reverse, this older man in the reverse here in your community that is an animal. Okay. You might be about to get justice, or they are working with the Libra. Okay. The Seven of Swords is talking about them collaborating something in your neighborhood to help Elon Musk and the people that were trying to destiny swap you with that Gemini, Capricorn, Leo energy. They were trying to help them cause you a death because they were offering them so much money too. What happened in the recent past? They got very reckless and destructive. Okay. They might have even been working together with local police, turning a blind eye or pretending like they are doing the right thing, but really behind the scenes doing the wrong thing. What happened in the recent past? What happened in the recent past? They took a chance. They took a risk. They took a these people are stupid and they are slow, maybe borderline retarded. I don't know. Extremely low IQ. Extremely low IQ. Okay, borderline retarded, borderline mentally retarded. Seriously, and because they're borderline mentally retarded and have a very low IQ, they might even function emotionally at the age of a 6-year-old. Like literally, they thought that this is something that they could get done and could work if they just focus and do it real quick. And that's why they took a risk to try to do it here. They tried to orchestrate a quick death. They said, okay, I know we're not supposed to do this and we're not supposed to be orchestrating this in this community doing this. But if we move real fast, if you're confident that your guy can get in there and really do it with focused attention for like 3 days straight during the full moon, I think we should take a crack at it. I mean, it's a chance we can get big money here because again, they're retarded and they have a low IQ. Okay. So that's what they did. They got in very destructive energy. Everybody was on point. The local police, everybody was on point with it. They were like, I know we're not supposed to, but it's the full moon. We got to take advantage of this. If it's a chance, all of us can get paid. I'm going to take it. And these people don't realize it was never going to work. None of them spiritually outrank you. It was never going to work. Ever. Not with your spiritual protection. They sitting up here thinking, oh, maybe it can. It was never going to work. So when you see these people pass your home or whatever, I don't want you to think that they were ever confused about you. You curse them. Curse them, their children, their families, their whole fucking generation, because they were trying to kill you. They were trying to kill you. Don't be confused about it because they were not confused. They wanted you to die. You curse them, curse their children, curse their bloodline. And the fucked up thing is they can't curse you, but you can curse them because of your spiritual ranking. You actually can curse them. And they didn't realize that, but they might be about to find out real soon. Let's go. The Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, because these people are the emotional age of 5 and 6-year-olds. They can't regulate their emotions and they act out of emotion. The Three of Cups. They came together to do something to you. And now they're at a standstill because they looking stupid because you were never going to die. You were never going to die, but clearly they needed some bad karma. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure whoever you are with your spiritual ranking, you're going to be handing and issuing out curses very soon. I'm sure. And you do have the authority to. You actually do. Some of us are spiritually ranked, and I will bless them that bless you, and I will curse them that curse you. Shit. So they got together with a goofy group in your community that this older man, right here, the Emperor in reverse, sat up there and paid because they thought they were going to have the big payday. And tell me more, give me 2 cards. Let me know what's going on with this older man in your community right now. He better be careful. If he got kids, he better be careful. The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody offered someone a large ass amount of money. Or somebody could have got a new start doing something. I have Pisces energy here. I have, what is this? The Ace of Cups, reverse. Yeah, somebody was emotionally closed. And they were in a mental imprisonment because of the large amount of money that they were offered. That's this older man in your community. They were like, no, that's too much money. That's too much money to just not try. I hope it was worth your children's lives and your life. These people act like all that energy that was sent out is not on the way back. They act like they did not create an equal reaction, even if it did not hit them yet, even if it has not been returned yet. They act like it's going to just disappear. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. And when that energy doesn't go to the target it was supposed to go to, it got to go somewhere. Yeah, they stuck on stupid. So this person was closed emotionally, completely shut down because it was just too much money not to try. And they were stuck in a mental imprisonment. They were stuck. They just had to try. Tell me about this death card, Scorpio energy. Well, I already know what that is, really. What I want to know about is this justice card. Clarify justice. What is justice? I just want to see if that's a person or balance something. Okay, no, that was a Libra. So there was a Libra that had made contact with this older person in your community. Okay? The Six of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, they could have even been breadcrumbing them money to get started and promise them the Ace of Pentacles when the job was finished. So there was a Libra that was breadcrumbing this older person in your community this money. They were breadcrumbing them. In other words, I'll give you a little bit to try, but the big money will come, the Ace of Pentacles, when she's dead, when you're dead. Okay? And it never happened. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles, because this is someone in the Four of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords, that's a Libra. The Queen of Swords, male or female. So they took a risk. Yeah. Tell me about this Three of Cups. Maybe there was a couple of women. Okay, so there was a Capricorn that got exposed. There was a Capricorn that got exposed that couldn't keep what they were trying to do hidden. That took very quick action to try to create a quick illusion to get a death done. That was working with a father figure. So this Capricorn was also working for Elon Musk. And that's the one who made the offer to whoever this father figure from your past is. It could be a Pisces or a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, because they couldn't move something forward anymore. So whoever this masculine is from your past that could not move something forward and get in your energy because you healed and freed yourself from whatever contract they tried to place over your life, there was a Capricorn that initially made them the offer. They were working with the people locally to try to keep something going. Okay? Otherwise, whoever that father figure from your past is and that Capricorn, they're going to get financially cut off and go broke. And that Capricorn's going to have to go back to just sucking dick for money. That's how I'm hearing it. The Eight of Pentacles reverse. They didn't have the skills. Yeah. The Three of Cups whoever these people are with this Three of Cups energy, they didn't have the skills to do it. These are people they worked with in the past with the Three of Cups here. They didn't have the skill to do it. They just get themselves hyped up. They tried to do some magic. The Magician. The Eight of Pentacles. Oh, they were trying to drain you. Yeah, they were trying to drain you. It could have been a Capricorn, a Gemini, and whoever else, a Libra, a Leo. Okay. So a Capricorn, a Leo, and Gemini, they all came together like spiritual crackheads to try to drain your energy. See, here's the problem. When they used to attack you in the past, they were attacking you with your energy, which is very powerful. When they attacked you in the past, you were in toxic relationships with ops energies that you were unaware were your op. So that's how they were using your energy to spiritually attack you. But when you did your shadow work, isolated, and you healed, okay, nobody had access to your energy except for you. So whatever energy they had left, it ran out. So they only have their own energy to go off of now. So even putting their energy alone together to spiritually attack you, they don't have no power. The worst of your attack came from your own energy because you were being your own worst enemy because you had not healed yet and you still was giving access to toxic people, places, and things because there were some open doors that needed to be shut. Once you shut those doors and whatever energy they had of yours ran out, they were powerless. So they were doing rituals and spell work with the Magician, that Gemini, Capricorn, and Leo, to try to siphon the energy from you at a distance. Maybe they were doing picture magic. Maybe they have a candle lit on you. Whatever they do, they were all trying to siphon your energy so that they would have the energy to spiritually attack you with. But they couldn't get your energy. Okay? So that's the thing. You are the weapon. You are the power. If they can't siphon your energy, then they can't attack you. They're not a match for you. Clarify the Sphinx, Hangman energy, that Capricorn energy, something. All right, so that Capricorn was holding the Ace of Pentacles over their heads, telling them basically, and this Ace of Pentacle card comes and shows in the Commission Tarot deck as the Scarab, okay? That Capricorn energy was holding the Ace of Pentacles over these people's head. This older gentleman in your community, this older animal. I don't want to call him a gentleman because that's giving him too much. He's an animal, okay? An animal. This older animal, okay, in your community with a low IQ, this Capricorn was holding the Ace of Pentacles. Whatever the big amount is of money they were going to get, that Capricorn was holding it over their head while the Libra was breadcrumbing, them. It was something that wasn't an equal give and take. And they were telling them, if you can pull the death off, Seven of Swords to the death card, then I'll give you the big amount. And I don't know what the big amount is. I don't know if it's like $80,000 or $10,000 or $5,000 or $25K. I don't know how they price these type of things, but it came to a standstill. They were holding this money over this person's head, and they were stuck about the money. Like, I can't walk away without trying. And that's what they did. They tried to attack you, and once under this past full moon, and they didn't get what they wanted with their donkey ass self. Okay, stupid. And they couldn't see that because they have a low IQ with the Two of Swords. You see, he got a low IQ. Yep. And the sun, it didn't go in his favor. And somebody might have spoke something out. From now on, call people exactly as you see them. I don't give a fuck. If somebody's trying to kill you and take your life that you ain't never did nothing to for their own survival, they are an animal. And you call them that. You call them a fucking animal. You call people exactly as they are. I don't give a fuck about their race. I don't give a fuck about their nationality, their color. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with your soul. And it has to do with your consciousness and awareness level. You understand? If you are acting like a fucking animal, I'm going to call your ass out just as you are. If you act like a fucking animal, I'm going to treat you like one. Oh, Elon Musk is another one. He's an animal too. Fucking animals. If you want to be a civilized human being, if you want to claim you have a connection to God, then fucking act like it. Treat other humans with respect. The same respect you would want to be treated with. Fucking animal. You trying to kill an innocent person because you're a hunter. You're hunting your prey because you are an animal. You have not yet evolved. You don't have empathy and compassion. You probably sell your booty hole too. Since you're willing to do anything for money, you probably sell your ass too. All right, they said start with this. What are the messages? Uncivilized. Yeah, I know they slow. Uncivilized. Uncivilized animals. Anybody that fucking attacks you, any of y'all, you call them exactly out as they are. You are uncivilized animals and your children are too, because you're an animal. I don't give a fuck. That's what you, if you don't want to be called an animal that's uncivilized, then act like it. Stop acting like it. Stop acting like you're uncivilized. Stop acting like you're an uncivilized animal. Fuck that. Stop acting like you're an uncivilized goddamn animal. Act like you walk upright. Act like you have God intelligence and intellect. And you can actually communicate and be reasonable and speak your way through and communicate through your problems and find another way. Be creative other than trying to be a predator like the animal that you are. Bad business offer. Review product terms and contract. This person is slow. An orchestrated, a spiritual violation occurred. Why this karma is happening. This is their sacrifice. They had a termination of a pregnancy and they're cursing each other out. This is somebody that tried to set you up. All right, let's see what's going on here. Shit, you want somebody to look at you like you civilized and you proper. You fucking act like it. Instead of being a fucking animal. Should be ashamed and embarrassed. Who is connected to this? Who are the energies involved in this bad business offer? Somebody is slow. I told you somebody got a very low IQ. Somebody has a very low IQ. They're slow. Y'all seen the card? I ain't making this shit up. Somebody is very slow. It could be two people cursing each other out because somebody got pregnant and had to terminate the pregnancy. They were trying to set you up because they signed some kind of bad business contract offer. A spiritual violation occurred. Why this karma is happening. Whatever this contract someone signed to set you up, that's why this karma is happening to them. Maybe they thought you were going to be their sacrifice. Let's go. Who's the energies involved in this? Someone's in the UN, United Nations. Someone's aunt. A young man between the age of 18 and 35 is either who committed the spiritual violation or a spiritual violation could have occurred with a young man that is between the age of 18 and 35. a sexual violation occurred to somebody when they were underage. Somebody might have the initials A in their name. Someone's name could be Sarah. Somebody could be a grandfather figure. Somebody could be Eritrean. I have Elon Musk here. And somebody was nanochipped illegally. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Clarify, who did this sexual violation that occurred happen to when they were underage? Clarify. All right. I have the Two of Swords. That could be Gemini energy. Someone that reversed an ending. Clarify. Clarify. The Knight of Wands. Somebody that was in some night energy that reversed an ending. The Ace of Swords. What's the Ace of Swords? Okay. So there could be somebody that might have experienced a sexual violation when they were underage. And this could have been somebody older. Who committed this sexual violation? Clarify the United Nations. Clarify the UN. Someone could be a Leo. This could have been when they were younger. Someone could have been between 18 and 35. Okay. Somebody couldn't backstab and betray somebody. Someone could be a Libra. Someone didn't, or the Empress reverse could be an older woman or man that couldn't backstab and betray somebody. Who's this Empress in reverse? Someone that orchestrated something. Who's the Empress in reverse? A King of Cups. From the past. Okay, and who orchestrated this? Someone had an exchange with. A Queen of Wands reverse. The Six of Pentacles reverse. Someone had an exchange with about getting away with a crime. Someone could have Leo in their chart with the Strength card reversed. Clarify. So who was at the UN? Someone that was backstabbed and betrayed. Something was a bad investment. Clarify the aunt. Who's this aunt energy? Someone that tried to balance a situation. So somebody's aunt was trying to balance a situation with a tower. With a tower having to do with a Virgo. Who's this Virgo? Hermit energy. Someone that was being very childish and immature in how they communicate. That was balanced or in some temperance energy. Someone could have Sagittarius in their chart. They were trying to get away with something. Somebody's aunt was trying to balance a situation with a childish Virgo, and they were trying to get away with something. And what did this aunt do? What did this aunt do? Somebody changed something to avoid a tower. Somebody changed something to avoid a tower. Somebody could have changed like a will or something. The Six of Pentacles could talk about an equal give and take or the distribution of something. An Empress in a reverse. Okay, so somebody's aunt was trying to avoid a tower in how something was being distributed. And there was a Virgo involved here. and someone was being very childish, and they were waiting and expecting to be able to avoid a tower by watching somebody, but they're backstabbed and betrayed. Okay, and tell me about this grandfather figure. Someone could have been doing spell work that backfired. Who's this grandfather figure? Who's the grandfather figure? The grandfather figure was the one trying to get away with something because they were sad about something. What was this grandfather? But they couldn't backstab and betray somebody. Who clarified the Ten of Swords reverse? Who couldn't this grandfather figure backstab and betray? Someone that they were trying to hold back. Who's this grandfather figure trying to hold back or hold on to? The lovers? Who's the lovers? Clarify the lovers. Someone Aquarius that was unhappy about something. They were unhappy about the way something was being balanced out. So they were trying to hold on to Gemini, okay? But because somebody could have had some words, a disagreement with somebody, okay? And they had to release a burden. Who was the lovers? Clarify who was the lovers. So somebody's an Aquarius, someone is someone's aunt. They didn't like the way that something had been distributed by a Virgo, and they were being childish. Someone's aunt, an Aquarius, a grandfather figure, okay? The King of Swords, okay? A Gemini was sacrificed. How is this Gemini sacrificed? Someone's magic had backfired, an older person, and they didn't want to let go. They were trying to sacrifice a Gemini because somebody had gotten backstabbed and betrayed. The Three of Cups in reverse. Someone was backstabbed and betrayed by a father figure. Okay, this is a Pisces or could be a father figure that was supposed to help balance the situation by celebrating with an empress. Okay, so there's a masculine here. Father figure could be your child's father or someone you dated or was married to or in a relationship with. Somebody needed for you to reverse an ending with that father figure in order to balance out and get away with a situation that involved an Aquarius, an aunt, a grandfather figure, and someone in the UN. Okay, somebody was supposed to be sacrificed, and by the lovers. It was supposed to be you, whoever you are. You were supposed to be sacrificed. Okay, what's this Eritrean here for? Someone didn't want to let something go, but they couldn't balance the situation that they could have orchestrated in the past because somebody didn't see that you would defend yourself. Okay, so somebody did not see that you would defend yourself. We know why Elon Musk is out here. It had to do with the contract. What about Elon Musk again in the past? Tell me about Elon Musk again in the past. Somebody could have told some kind of a lie, okay, and they couldn't move. He can't move to calmer waters because his complete wish fulfillment was to get away. His complete wish fulfillment. We talked about that earlier in the reading. It's just repeating. What about this Eritrean was trying to get away with something too? Okay, who is the person that was who sexually violated somebody? Who was it that sexually violated somebody? A King of Pentacles that wanted to move forward. Who is this King of Pentacles? It was a friend of somebody's. A Page of Pentacles. Could be a younger earth sign. Okay. So there's a King of Pentacles that could have sexually assaulted someone when they were underage. A younger earth sign. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles reverse. What's the Nine of Pentacles reverse? Because their complete wish fulfillment was for somebody to be homeless, but somebody released a burden. The Queen of Swords. What's the Queen of Swords? A Libra. What part did this Libra play in an underage sexual violation? Somebody walked away or pulled their energy out of something because somebody was not stuck. So they were so something got blocked. Somebody was trying to get somebody stuck by having them sexually assaulted when they were underage. To get this person to help them to make somebody homeless, but they could not keep this person stuck. Again, who is this person that they were trying to sexually violate when they were underage? Someone could be an illegal immigrant. Someone could be a nephew. Somebody could be a pastor. Someone could be a white woman. Someone could be an Aries, Leo, Sag. Someone could be a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So there could be a pastor involved. There could be Aries, Leo, Sag, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And there's also whatever just came out a second ago. Wow. It's hard to keep up with it so much. Your brother, somebody's brother and somebody's nephew might be involved. This was their op. Okay. Somebody's brother could have had a job in the government or something like that. Somebody was someone's op. Someone could be Filipino. An Eritrean at the NSA. Your light triggers them. A tarot card reader that's insecure. Let me ask a question real quick. Was it multiple people that were sexually assaulted when they were underage here? I have the Death card. That's Scorpio energy. Something came to a complete end, and somebody walked away from something because they were trying to avoid a tower. I feel like there are multiple energies. I have the United Nations here. I feel like there are multiple energies that might have been sexually violated, possibly by the same people. Because remember, with these cults, how do they get the children? How do they get them involved? They have to put them in a bad headspace. They have to connect to them spiritually so that they could get control over their mind spiritually. So in order for spell work to land, for some of these children to get them in, they have to sexually assault them so that they'll be so traumatized that they can come behind later on and use that trauma to, instead of guiding them to heal, showing them how they can join a cult and turn their lemon into lemonades. That child would have probably been fine without the sexual assault, but how else are they going to get some of these younger people that they feel like are gifted and talented to join their community and to work for them and help them get away with stuff? They need to recruit talent that otherwise they might not be able to. So we'll go ahead and damage some teenagers right before they're about to come out. And then after we damage them, then we'll offer them the solution, our cult. And you can work for us. And, is this type of shit going on here? You understand? Clarify this Saturn energy. Someone's having a tower about a child. What did Saturn do? Clarify. What did Saturn do? Someone's name could be Sarah. She could be Ethiopian because I opened my card and it said Ethiopian. What did Sarah do? Sarah didn't get what she was expecting, which was her complete wish fulfillment. Did she set up a child to be sexually molested? What happened? The Six of Pentacles. Okay. Her complete wish fulfillment was for somebody to move out of a home and become a prostitute. The Queen of Wands reverse. Yeah. She was in that same energy. Yeah. So whoever this Sarah, someone's name could be Sarah. She could be an Ethiopian. And her complete wish fulfillment was for an empress to move out of a house and become a prostitute. Interesting. Okay, and this person at the United Nations, they couldn't move something forward and they were sad. Okay, someone could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or they wanted to keep it hidden that they were working together with an Emperor or Aries energy. They wanted to keep something hidden that they were working with an Emperor or an Aries energy to make somebody homeless. See, this is why somebody might have to go to Iran or another country to try to get asylum from America. Because what's the UN supposed to do? What are they supposed to do at the UN? The peacekeepers, right? They're supposed to be against crimes against humanity. But no, these people at the UN, some of them, in actuality, what they're doing is helping people to violate children sexually. They're helping people to destiny swap. They're helping people to oppress, isolate, gang stalk people, do spell work. So somebody at the United Nations was waiting for you to be homeless and become a prostitute so they could get your energy. They're connected to a Capricorn, Knight of Pentacles. So who is this person at the UN to this Capricorn? This Capricorn is this Eritrean, someone that was working on something. Oh, they got the truth, and okay. That's who got somebody molested, a child, when they were underage teen. So this Capricorn could have set somebody's underage teen up to be sexually assaulted, to cause an imbalance to their home. So they'd be the wounded warrior. Yeah, with some kind of exchange. Because they didn't know what other direction to go in to find a way to connect to someone to drain their energy. So somebody went after somebody's child. There's a Capricorn that worked together with someone at the United Nations to set up somebody's child when maybe the child's a young adult now, but they set up somebody's underage teenager to be sexually assaulted. And that Capricorn didn't get what they wanted because they couldn't destiny swap or drain someone's energy. So they might have gone after someone's underage teen and orchestrated to have that underage teen sexually assaulted, which is even more reason why this Eritrean Capricorn, when we all locate this bitch, her face needs to be spread across the news everywhere. And if she's in America, she needs to be fucking deported. When we all get our feet unstuck out her ass. Who got pregnant and terminated pregnancy? Who terminated an Aquarius or someone that had bad karma? The Emperor in reverse. Oh, so there could have been an Aquarius that got somebody pregnant. Who did this Aquarius get pregnant? I got both the star and confirmation with the wheel. Who did this Aquarius get pregnant? There could be an older man. The Emperor reverse is an older man that's an Aquarius. Who did they get pregnant? Who did this Aquarius get pregnant? Who did this nasty ass motherfucking older Aquarius get pregnant? Who did they get pregnant? Who did this nasty ass Aquarius get pregnant? Somebody that was in their thoughts about a King of Swords. What's a Page of Pentacles? It's a child. An Aquarius got a child pregnant? Who's this Page of Pentacles that this Aquarius got pregnant? Somebody that was heartbroken? Because they were in the Five of Pentacles? That was in some narcissistic energy because someone made them an offer to do something that was destructive and reckless and caused a burden. Clarify the Ace of Swords. Clarify the Ace of Swords. They were burdened about doing magic with or for a Capricorn, or a Capricorn did magic over this child because something wasn't going in their favor and they couldn't create an illusion. Child, sorry, I need more information. Who did this nasty older Aquarius male get pregnant? This could be a younger Earth sign. Who did this nasty ass Aquarius male? Someone could be Indonesian. Who did this nasty ass older Aquarius male get pregnant? Who's under age teen? Because they're okay. So this Aquarius male, he's older and he's a Mason. And who did he get pregnant? Who did he get pregnant? What under a black man? Who did this nasty ass Aquarius get pregnant when they were an underage teen? Clarify. Who did this nasty ass Aquarius, someone that has an element of colorism with them, an Eritrean at the NSA? This is someone incarcerated. Someone could be Puerto Rican, a young woman between 18 and 35, someone that someone was dating or entertaining company with, that was a frenemy or secret hater. Was it this Puerto Rican that got pregnant by this Aquarius? The secret came out. Ew. There's an Aquarius older man that molested a Puerto Rican young woman between the age of 18 and 35, or maybe that's her age now, because somebody got paid that reversed an ending. The King of Swords, a large amount of money, because there was some exchange. They took action. Someone spoke something out and they couldn't move something forward. Somebody could have spoke something out. And this happened when they were an underage child. This nasty ass Aquarius slept with somebody's underage daughter and she got pregnant and had to terminate the pregnancy. They might be Puerto Rican. I hope they're not related. I sure hope this Aquarius was not blood related to whoever this Puerto Rican energy is. That's nasty. They couldn't get away with an illusion. And they couldn't move something forward. And they were really sad. Why is the death card here? Someone paid somebody a large amount of money to sleep with someone's underage daughter that was Puerto Rican. They tried to create an illusion, but someone couldn't recover because they were aware that these were narcissists. Got it. I think I might have even seen something in the news about this. Somebody's last name might be Moore. Somebody's last name might be Moore, Moore. I saw a news story in New York about a newborn baby and a guy jumped out of nowhere. I don't remember if they were in the Bronx or where they were. And he just ran up on the newborn baby in a stroller and shot the baby and took off running. And I think the baby's last name was Moore, Moore. And the people, they looked Puerto Rican. It was in the news. And they were like, why would somebody just go kill a newborn baby out of nowhere? Somebody could have tried to create some kind of an illusion, but they wanted to get rid of a baby when they realized they were not going to get something. I feel like somebody thought that an Aquarius was going to come up and become very wealthy because of a contract they were a part of with Elon Musk, if they were able to pull some kind of crime off. And because they thought this Aquarius was going to be wealthy, they sold an underage teen that's Puerto Rican to this Aquarius to have sex with for a large amount of money. And they had a baby. Or they said they terminated a pregnancy, or that baby was born and died in some kind of a way. I don't have a card that says that. But when they realized this Aquarius contract with Elon Musk is over and he's not going to get a large amount of money, uh, somebody could have done something to end the baby's life and try to make it look like an accident because they were not going to get no money. This Aquarius had sex with an underage Puerto Rican teenager and got them pregnant. And this is an old man too. Whoever this Aquarius is, they might even be in their 60s or something. It's an older man. Ill. Why is this Eritrean at the NSA out here? That might be why the element of colorism is out here too, with this Aquarius and this Puerto Rican energy. There's some kind of conflict here now about what happened in the past with an older person because they're fighting about it. Oh, that's okay. These two are cursing each other out. Okay, so now they're arguing with the family that sold their underage girl, Puerto Rican, to this Aquarius to have sex with. This is an older man that had sex. This is an older man that paid a Puerto Rican family to have sex with their underage daughter. And then a pregnancy came because they thought he was going to be rich. But something with the contract with Elon Musk happened and they got rid of the baby. But now they're mad for the inconvenience and they're fighting with this Capricorn. This might have something to do with someone's stability of a younger person. A Page of Wands. A Page of Wands could be someone that's young but very attractive. It could have caused an imbalance to their family. It was a bad investment. Yeah. The King of Pentacles pulled back an offer because their stability is off now, because the contract is off, because they couldn't pull something off. The Page of Cups. Somebody made somebody an offer to create an illusion. What kind of illusion did they create surrounding this baby? The Ten of Swords. They might have given birth to this baby and like maybe the baby was a newborn. They might have killed the baby and tried to make it look like a criminal did it, or it was some kind of accident or something. Because they're like, you're not going to be rich. We're not going to get the money you promised us. Well, hell, we got to get rid of this baby because we're not about to raise your old ass baby in this family. There's a Puerto Rican family that sold their underage teenage daughter to this older Aquarius man that had sex with, and she had a baby, and they got rid of the baby because his contract with Elon Musk ended because he couldn't deliver whatever high priestess or whatever he was trying to do. And now they're fighting with this Capricorn Eritrean about it because someone's upset about something. Clarify, this is someone incarcerated. Did they have the younger person put in jail or entrapped somewhere? The Chariot might be the police. The Empress reversed. Who's the Page of Wands in jail? They were trying to avoid a tower. They didn't want anyone to see what they did. So somebody worked together to put somebody in jail. I know. So there's a younger person connected to this, that this Aquarius and others, they didn't want them to tell the truth about what happened. So they all worked together to get someone put in jail. It's a younger person. I don't know if it's the one that had the baby or somebody else. So they worked together to put this person in jail because they got stuck in a cycle with something they thought was a good investment. Ooh, the Ace of Swords. That's the truth and the clarity. So they are hiding somebody in jail right now that is a victim to this Aquarius older man. There's somebody in jail right now. Somebody's name could be Gary. Somebody's name could be Gary. There's somebody in jail right now because they wanted to hide that an Aquarius had sex with a Puerto Rican underage girl and got her pregnant. And now they lost their contract where they thought they were going to be rich with Elon Musk for whatever they were trying to get away with. And they're not going to get the money they thought they were going to get. And the baby's dead. The baby's gone. And they put somebody in jail, whether it's the mother or somebody else connected to the situation. Somebody is in jail because the family or someone could have spoke out because they wanted them to balance their situation financially, and they could have left these people hanging after making all these promises. So they had somebody that they were worried about telling on them put in jail. A Capricorn worked together with an Empress reverse and others to put somebody in jail so that this Aquarius won't get in trouble for getting an underage teenager pregnant. Yup. There's the Ace of Swords. There's somebody in jail right now that don't belong in jail that an Aquarius, an older man that's a Mason, had put in jail because he got an underage Puerto Rican girl pregnant for money. Whew, child. What's going on right now with this young man between 18 and 35? Someone could have lost their stability, and people might be isolating them from somebody. Somebody might have Leo in their chart, or someone could be a Leo. Queen of Wands reverse. So somebody could be no longer friends with a Leo, okay, that they're not celebrating with anymore. A Knight of Pentacles type energy. The Devil reverse. This could be a Scorpio or someone bringing something to a complete end. Talk to me. Well, I have a spiritual violation occurred. Why this karma is happening? What is the karma? What is this karma that's happening right now? Okay, there's a father figure that's drowning in their emotions because they took a risk to do something with an underage, the Page of Wands, with an underage Puerto Rican girl. Yeah, that he got pregnant. Yes. Okay. And he's very emotional because he's worried about getting in trouble. That's the karma they're getting. And it has something to do with karma for the spiritual violation that occurred earlier with this Aquarius being a headhunter for high priestesses for Elon Musk. In finishing and closing, what's going on with Elon Musk right now? Why did Elon Musk come back out here again? Because this is karma for going around and hunting high priestesses and nanochipping them. Why is Elon Musk? Elon Musk doesn't know what direction to go now with the Two of Wands reversed with something. Okay, let's help Elon Musk because I know he watches me. Elon, let me talk to you for a minute because they're telling me that you don't know what direction to go because you're playing like you stupid, like you slow, like you have a low IQ, like you dumb or something. Like you really got all your ideas and copied off of a genius and then killed them. Okay? And I know you can't be that goddamn slow. So Elon, you don't know what direction to go now with all of your bullshit and all of the illegal people that are still living that you nanochipped and getting in trouble. The high priestesses that you paid money to isolate and gang stalk and all the bullshit you've been on. You don't know because you're getting exposed and a lot of people are separating their energy. I'm going to give you a hint and a clue. Non-disclosure. Start cutting motherfucking checks. Cut checks and get motherfuckers to sign a non-disclosure. Okay? Start cutting them motherfucking checks. Okay? Since you don't know what direction to go with something, I'm going to help you. Some of us have some genuine spiritual protection that you cannot infiltrate. Elon Musk, get your lawyers to prepare some non-disclosure, legal jargon, paperwork, and cut checks. We want money for the years of our lives and our energy that was stolen from us. Some of us are of retirement age, and we were not able to prepare for retirement. We were not able to barely invest in anything that we need for our own life or future in the present or in the future because of your shenanigans and because of you funding and financing these orchestrated isolation, gang stalking tactics for your experiments. And then those of us that were illegally injected with your Neuralink, which is me, and I didn't die, even after you set my house on fire, I didn't die. If you need to get a non-disclosure, get it. I don't give a fuck. But you need to cut a check. You need to get your lawyer, do whatever the fuck you got to do, but you need to cut a check. Don't act like you don't know what direction to go in. Don't act like you don't know what to do and you're confused, because I know what you're thinking. You're like, I don't know what to do. See, you don't know what direction to go, meaning in trying to silence and kill your victims. That's this Two of Wands reverse. I'm telling you, ain't nobody gonna die. You're gonna die before we do, okay? What we want is you to cut the fucking check. Cut the fucking check. Or don't worry, we'll continue to chant and pray on your ass, okay? We can chant and pray on your ass. What we need you to do, Elon, is cut the fucking check. You said you don't know what direction to go in with all of these shenanigans, with your Neuralink, the people you experimented on, isolated, gang stalk, blocked our inheritance money and shit. Cut us a motherfucking check and we'll sign a non-disclosure. Okay? Final message. Shit. Final message, please, and thank you. Final message, please, and thank you. There's that Capricorn and an Aquarius. Something could be happening very fast with that Eight of Wands, and somebody could be pulling their energy away from something. They're being childish and gaslighting with the Page of Cups reverse. Okay. What's the Eight of Wands? What's happening very quickly? What's happening? Clarify that Eight of Wands. Someone that's very childish and a liar and immature. Okay. I think this might be Elon Musk energy with the Eight of Cups here. He's going to try to pull his energy out and away from something very quickly. And then he's going to try to emotionally manipulate and gaslight that he didn't have nothing to do with it. But the thing about that, Elon, is some of us actually have your Neuralink inside of our body. And that's the evidence. You understand? So some of us will see you in court very soon, because you can sit up there and lie and say that you did not give anyone a contract to isolate and gang stalk and do anything to anybody. But what the fuck are you going to do about those of us that never signed up for no fucking Neuralink that have it actually inside of us? Oh, yeah, we understand you might have some neurologists and people in America at the hospitals that will take bribe money and say it's not there. But you don't think those same doctors are in Iran, in Namibia, and in other countries? Don't worry. We'll get the evidence, and then you will pay up. You will absolutely pay up. Because there's no way for you to explain or justify why I have what I have inside my body, or anybody else that survived you paying people to kill me and to kill other people that you experimented with and had injected with this goddamn Neuralink. It's not going to look good at all going to another country seeking asylum from America because Elon Musk is trying to kill you. Because Elon Musk had you set up and injected like an animal with the Neuralink. That's not a good look for America. And that's going to be public exposure, boy. And what's going on with this Aquarius and Capricorn? They're childish as fuck. Yeah, because they're demons. What is going on with this Capricorn and Aquarius? I got the King of Pentacles. They have to let it go. Yeah, they got to let this shit go. They got a message and they feel defeated because the contract is over, null and void. I'm Kuan Yin, the Five of Wands. It's too much conflict. It's too much conflict for them to keep this bullshit ass conflict going. I'm Kuan Yin, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. I love you guys.